All right, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's allow the stream to get out there and hopefully we can get some people to join today, man. How y'all doing? This is Larry, man. On this beautiful Sunday today. It is hot outside. I don't know what it's like where you at, but where I'm at, it's no joke. For real, man. We in the middle of some doggone a heat wave right now down here in South Georgia, where I'm at. Well, I'm thinking it's all on the East Coast, the southern East Coast. But yeah, but yeah, man, it's piping hot, man. Shout out where you from. Let me know where you from so we can shout out you, your city, your town, wherever you from. Let us know where you're joining from. I appreciate you joining. Um, I was trying to do streaming every single day. I actually was, and then had an issue with my laptop. Y'all remember me being outside. It's entirely too hot to even be outside thinking about doing anything right now, man. What's going on? Yes, it's too hot in South Texas. Growing with the I hear you, brother. Yeah, it is hot in Texas, Georgia. I think it's the whole South right now. Southeast. They say the heat index supposed to feel like 120 or something today. All next week it's supposed to be like 104, 105. Like we supposed to be piping hot. My doggone garden, man, with all the rain that we had gotten, my garden was in a bad place. But now with this heat, I think he's gonna dry everything out. Let's see where everybody calling, checking in from, man. What's going on, Sherry? How you doing? We got bouncing off the Wallers, Manchester, Tennessee. Sherry Cooper is from the ATL. What's happening, Sherry? Is that Lincolnton Fleming? That's from Waco, Texas. Bouncing off the Waller said they are sitting at 100 in Tennessee. Absolutely. It is piping hot down here in the South. I don't know how it is up north, Midwest, out west, but in the Northwest, Northeast, but down here in the South, man, we are dealing with some strange. We ain't gonna say strange. It is July. We going into July. I always say it's hot as July in Georgia. What's going on, Alonzo from ATL? James from Statesboro 912. What's happening, brother? Rochester, New York. Cynthia from Rochester, New York in the house. James said they 105 heat index in Statesboro. Yeah, man. I'm right down here in Central Georgia, Southeast Georgia as well, man. I don't even know. Let me read. They saying it's 94 where I'm at, but I don't know what the heat index is. But I can tell you straight up, it's burning up hot outside, man. I just gave the dog some frozen chicken. I had some chicken that we processed and I froze it. And when it's hot like this outside, I give them frozen stuff. I let them come in and stuff too, but they be dirty. Like for real. Them jokers, they baths, man. They go out there, man, be in the pond. So they sitting out there up under the shade right now. And then the crazy part about them, when I set up a fan, they won't get in front of the fan. So anytime I put a fan out, anything, they don't like the fans. They rather go dig somewhere and lay down. And what Duke does, he go jump in the pond. He go swim. They swim. But I just gave him a frozen chicken leg, a half a chicken a piece. Well, the carcass of them. So they should be cool, cooling. Kansas City, what's happening? Nashville, what's happening? Nashville, Cashville, Maryland, transplant from New York. That's Robin. What's up, Robin? 75 through 88 is okay. That's cool up there. Tanya from Chicago, making sure I get all y'all. Okay, Tanya from Chicago, Chris from Nashville, done deal. What's happening, Chris? Patrice from Shaw from Kansas City, Missouri. Sherry said Europe is getting hot weather too, and that is real. Wow. Hines, what's good, bro? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? I'm gonna send out all the free gifts probably tomorrow, not tomorrow, this week coming up. Um, I got a new batch of seasoning coming in, so eh, y'all gonna get them. Y'all get them. Just know they coming. If they don't be there within a week or so, they coming. All right, but yeah. Let me see. Yeah, he said it's hitting Tennessee. Sharon Hill from Illinois. How long have you had your farm? 4 years. Aisha, what's happening? James, give me a watermelon. Give me a watermelon also. Yeah, I've been I got a watermelon yesterday. It's a watermelon place right down the road. It's pretty good, man. For real, man. Arkansas, James Miller from Arkansas. Arturo S. Thornton from is that Java, VA? I guess that's Java, VA. Michael Gooden from Dallas, Texas. What's happening? OG Nard Miller from Salisbury, North Carolina. What's happening, North Carolina? Courtney Curry from St. Louis. What's happening? Billy Bridge from Peachtree Corners. I know all about Peachtree Corners. My office used to be in Peachtree Corners. Yeah, right outside. It's in Norcross. It's just Norcross. They just call it Peachtree Corners now. What's happening, Loretta Young from Chicago? You've been watching me for a minute. Appreciate you, Chris, man. James Myers from Youngstown, Ohio. Calvin McDonald. What's happening, bro? What's going on, man? Appreciate the shout out, man. Robert Jones out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Phoenix City. I've been fishing down there before. A friend of mine, she was Miss Lady when I was younger. She was dating this guy, and he had a place down there, and they took us down there to go fishing. Me and my cousin, they took us down there to go fishing, and it was on like a private pond, overgrown pond. Man, I got out there, man, and I told them fish up, boy, for real, man. Yep, it was in Phoenix City, Alabama. What's going on? High Desert, California. Laura Womack from the High Desert in California. Hines, how you in Killeen, Los Angeles, Lakers, Las Vegas. What's happening, bro? Courtney Curry, much respect. Calvin, Arkansas. What's happening, Calvin? Tifton, what's up, Tifton? You right up the road. What's happening? Oh yeah, Hines, give me Lamar, man. I sent him to I want him to try the season it too, man. I don't know. Groupie stuff, just yeah, that's cool, man. I like brother try it too, man, for real. Wax Hall. Is that Wax Hall? Angela Charles from Wax Hall, North Carolina. Great, man, that them big name. Is that Gertrude LeBlanc? Gertrude LeBlanc. That's a fancy name. That's a different name. I ain't heard nobody name. Is that Gertrude LeBlanc? She from New Orleans. My brother-in-law from New Orleans down there. Okay, she from San. Is that Shanquay? How you pronounce that? I don't know. Sanchez, Madeira. I don't know these names, man. Y'all got me on the names, man. What's going on? Shaniqua. Shaniqua. That's Shaniqua. That gotta be Shaniqua. That ain't Shaniqua. I got a niece named Shaniqua. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. San Fran, my son on the bay, man. My son out there in the bay, man. Hey, shout out to San Fran, man, for real. What's up, Jill? Vicky. Hello, Vicky from North Carolina. What's happening, Vicky? Sherry said, "How the other animals dealing with the heat? They hardy, y'all. The animals, that's what they live in. It's not, it's not like it's nothing different from them. That's just what they do. When I first started this, that was a concern of mine, like the animals and the heat. I'm all concerned, like, oh man, my animals. Nah. As long as they have a shade tree and some fresh water, man, they gonna figure it out. I'm telling you, get them a fresh thing of water and some shade tree, man, they're gonna go figure it out. Always, man. The animals are resilient, man. We as people, we kind of worry for them, but no, they okay. Trust me, they okay. Jay Hill from Macon. What's happening, Macon? Bill County. Jasmine Harris said, "Is that Yasmin? I think that's Is it Yasmin or Jasmine? I guess it's Jasmine Harris. Wisconsin. I can't wait until the Lord bless us with a farm. Can't wait to use what you have taught us already. Thank you and the message for allowing us to be a part of the farming family. Amen. Listen, the farm is a lot of work. I want to tell you, man. Listen, the farm a beautiful thing, but it's a lot of work, guys. And it's better to go into the farm and the farm life with people who are down. Like I'm telling you, you don't go in it with anybody who's suspect. I'm just being honest with you. So I got a rider with me. My wife is absolutely the phenomenal. My wife is phenomenal, man. She holds me down. I know sometimes I be in stuff and she don't complain. My wife right there, like, okay, like right now we just had to finish processing the last chicken. I'm so glad that's done, guys. I don't even know how many chicken we processed, but I'm glad that's done. We processed a bunch of chicken. We got a lot of dog food out of it. We got a lot of people food out of it. The chickens, if you are a dog raiser and you raise dogs, you need to raise chickens too. And I'm not talking about the layers. I'm talking about the meat birds, or you could just raise some layers and get eggs out of them and butcher them out, as time go on. But man, you get so much dog food for them. And I'm telling you, you know how expensive dog food is. Rabbits. I'm thinking about doing some rabbits. And the chicken just exclusively for the dogs. Straight up, man. What's going on, Homestead, Florida? What's happening? Is it hot down there? Miami, what's going on? Is it hot down there? Toby Love in Louisiana. What's up, Louisiana? What's up, Louisiana? Peace. Larry Brown Jr. checking in from Los Angeles. King Joseph, what's happening, my brother? Always good to, man. You always you support, man. Shout out to you, King, for sure. Sharon in NYC. Everyone received their Father's Day bundled and they love them. That's great to hear. We really worked hard to get those Father's Day bundles out, guys. We really did, man. We bust our butts to try to make sure they got out in time. And we down here, and UPS the best thing smoking down here. I know in a lot of other areas FedEx is, but where we at is UPS. UPS is top notch, and I heard they trying to get out of actual picking up for like small people and businesses and stuff. I talked to my drivers and stuff, and I talked to different people, and I found out that UPS is actually trying to get out of delivering and picking up. They want to do medical stuff. They want to do medical supplies and medical stuff delivery. That's what they're trying to get into. So hopefully they hold it down, because FedEx, man, FedEx ain't hitting no nothing down here where we at, boy. For real. Charlene Cooper Brown, she said, I'm in Middle Tennessee, Nashville. It is 95 degrees here. I am still working on my garden, putting vegetable trash plants out. I'm getting out of the shade cloths, You still putting vegetables out now? Wow. Wow. Yeah. My garden right now is struggling because all that rain, and it pretty much like oversaturated the soil. So my tomato plant leaves started getting yellow, and my leaves on my okra plant started getting yellow. So I had to go out there and trim off a lot of the yellow leaves, and they seem to be bouncing back. So this week I'm thinking we're gonna be dry. That's gonna help them out real good to get everything back on track. But we're still getting a lot out of it. A lot out of the garden, man. I didn't get my peas, man. I don't know what happened this year. My peas didn't do well, but we're gonna go through July. The garden stands strong in July, August. We start getting, if the Lord let us make it through that. Now, if we get through, we start making it into September. It's time to start, thinning some stuff out a little bit, getting the ground ready. Because what I'm gonna do with mines this year is, I think I'm gonna just grow collard greens like I did last year, and turnips in my greenhouse. I'm gonna do all collards, turnips, rutabagas, mustards. And how it works, man, this is what I'm learning. Everything you want to grow in season. Now you can grow collard greens throughout the year, but the bugs gonna eat them up in the hot months. So we grow collard greens during the cold time because you don't have too much of a bug problem. All right, all the leafy vegetables during the cold periods. But with the homestead, how it works is you got to get on a schedule. And what you do is, like, right now we're producing beans, peppers, okra, eggplant, sweet potatoes are in the ground, bell peppers. My green peas didn't come in right, but we producing. And what we're doing is we're canning them. I just purchased a really nice canner, guys, and we're canning them. We're putting them in jars and we canning them. And then when the winter time come, we can eat on that, and then we steady growing something new, and then we jar and can and freeze that stuff. So now we got this one big old cycle. It's big old. You got the freezer full of this. You have meat. You have green beans from a garden that you did last summer. You got collards that you eating fresh right now, and you pulling out some beans. So, and what I'm going to do, to be completely honest, is, and just open, since my bean plants didn't do well. We getting purple hull peas, don't get me wrong, but I planted some speckled butter beans. They didn't come in. I did some pole beans. They sporadic. They growing like they want to grow. I don't know what the issue is with those, but I'm gonna buy some. You could buy a bushel of beans down here for, like, I think $35. So a bushel of beans, it's just $45. I think it's 45 shelled. When they shelled, they already clean them and wash them. $45. That's a lot of beans. That's a lot of beans. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and break down and buy some beans. I'm definitely getting ready to get me some corn, man. I've been wanting to get some corn. But last year, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. Normally we find people on the side of the road, just some farmer got his truck out with corn. We haven't seen those people this year. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if the crop or what. I don't know, but normally we'll have been pulled up on somebody with a bushel of corn, and they sell it for like $9, $10 for a bushel of corn. It's ridiculous, man. Let me see what's going on, man. I'm gonna shout out y'all. Chappie, what's happening, Chappie from NY, man? What's going on? What's going on? Let's see. Angela said, yep. Oh, Selma, Alabama in the house. What's going on? Gaines Fred from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. What's happening, Linda? What's going on, Linda? She from Louisville, Mississippi. CJ Pension said, hey, brother. Hey, how you doing? So your name is Shaniqua. That's my niece name. Shaniqua Sanchez Moreno. Is that Moreno? Well, whatever, right? But hey, Neek. But that we call my niece, Neek. Hey, Neek. But anyway, let's go. What's going on, Lancaster, South Carolina? That's Riri Talford. Cham. Is that Cham Seal? He from Greenwood, South Carolina. Man, my South Carolina people come through, but I'm starting to see a lot of Nashville. I can understand why my Nashville people, because I was up in Tennessee for 6 years, right? Chattanooga was my second home, like for real. Chattanooga was my second home. Love it up in the Tennessee Valley, like up in that area, man, where that river come through down there in between. Is the not it's Moneagle, Jasper, Tennessee, all down through that little valley area down through there. Man, it's beautiful down there, man. I love it up there. I used to fish up there like crazy. So Nashville in the house, man. What's going on? Larry Brown, yeah, King Joe. Do you deer hunt? I'm getting me a deer this year. Jay, trust. I'm gonna get me a deer this year. I'm getting me a deer this year. If it's the last thing I do, I'm not buying me, I'm getting me one. Now, the beauty of my situation is I stay right by water. So it's always some deer trying to drink out that pond over there, right? So it's a little walkway in the back, well, a pond dam road that it's a pond dam, and because they dam that pond up, and it's like a little road back there, but it's don't know about drive on it or nothing, but we go back there and cut it. The neighbor up the hill come down and cut it. We all try to maintain it. But what happens is the deer be back there, man, during the winter months, because I got cameras in the back, and they set the cameras off all throughout when they get in a rut around about November, when they start rutting, man, the deer be back there. So I told my wife, I said, look, we got to get us a deer this year. I want me a deer in the freezer, if not two in the freezer this year. And since I'm learning how to gut and quarter them out, I got a story about the quartering out. I definitely want me one now, because low key, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was kind of queasy about that. Not no more. Not no more. I can handle my business with gutting one out. But let me tell you something. Shout out to David Kicklighter, man. He owned Kicks Meat down in Nichols, Georgia. So he saw me struggling. This is my butcher, right? I take all my stuff to David. Kick all the meat I'm gonna be selling off farm. I'm gonna get processed at, because he a USDA state approved butcher. So I'm gonna make sure especially when we go across state lines. But he reached out to me the other day, man. He said, man, I saw your video. Basically, well, he didn't say I saw your video. He saw my video. He said, Larry, if you want me to show you how to quarter an animal out, why don't you just come down here and we'll show you how to do it? I said, cool. He said, I said, when? I said, when can I record? He said, give me 2 weeks. He said, give me a couple weeks. So hopefully everything work out and I can go down there to his shop and he can teach me how to butcher out an animal. And I want to get him to show me how to make sausage and stuff too. I'm following up in there. You hear what I'm saying? Good folks. So yeah, man, I want to get me a deer this year. You've been learning a lot from me, CJ, man. I try. All right. I'm trying the best. And what you're doing, CJ, you learning with me. Now, there's some things that I do know because I've been doing this for a while. I can tell you, but it's others. I'm just stumbling and bumbling, right? I'm just, and the reason why is because when you get into this lifestyle, there are going to be so many different variations of it. So many people got their own way of doing it, and that's a hill they prepared to die on too. And they tell you to do it and it don't work, or you get mediocre results. And then somebody else tell you something to do and you do it and it works a little bit better than what they told you. So the hardest part about doing this lifestyle is understanding that you're going to have to take everybody meat that's their steak and grind it up and make your own meatloaf. That's what you're gonna have to do. So somebody got some great advice for you here. This person got great advice from you there. I'm taking all their steaks because let them tell it, this filet mignon. But I tried, it don't work. But what I got to do is take his, take hers, take that one's, take this one, and grind it up, make my own meatloaf. So I'm learning a lot too, my brother. My brother. Hey, what's going on, Zanetta from Minneapolis? How's it in Minneapolis right now, Zanetta? Is it cool? What's the weather right now in Minneapolis? Because we are in the hundreds down here. They say, I'm looking at my computer, it says 94, but I don't know. That's a strong 94 out there. Um, she said, just like gardening. That's right. Do you have some all-person students? I'm trying to answer. No, we don't have the seasoning. We're getting a new order in. I have been kind of not wanting to talk about that because we had a poor experience with our previous manufacturer. And I don't want to drag the man. I always try to look at it like it's my fault. And how I look at it is it's my fault because I believe people show you signs. And when they show you the signs, if you don't believe them or if you still deal with them, even though they've clearly showed you who they were, it's your fault. So that's how I think, right? So I don't never blame anybody for circumstances and situations other than myself. I say, well, he did show me that previously, so I should have knew then. Now, the beauty of my wife, though, she a real deal when all the while we were dealing with the man, she had already sourced us a new vendor and we think their product is better. She had already sourced us a new vendor. I mean, that's what they call when you got a real partner in life. She's a real partner in life. And most of the time, most of this stuff she be doing, like I just be the voice. Like I be the one in front of the camera, but she be doing this stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Like my wife be doing this stuff, y'all. Most of the stuff y'all see, a lot of this stuff, she be pushing me to do that stuff. Um, so she had found us another vendor, and they seem to really want to work with us, and it's absolutely a better deal. It seemed like they're a better product. We've gotten the samples in, they're nice. These are the people we've been getting our lemon garlic from. So she had already found us a new vendor, but basically that's the holdup. If everybody want to know, you guys been asking us, when you're gonna get Amen Somebody seasoning. You've been seeing it sold out on the website. Man, we had an issue with the vendor, man. And to be completely honest, somebody reached out and said the last Amen Somebody that they got, it didn't look that was the issue. It didn't look the same. We like, what's wrong with it? So we had to switch. So now we have what we feel is a better situation. And yeah, as far as quality, they're more professional. So I ain't been talking about the man. I don't want to drag the man business. I ain't even gonna put him out there like that. It's my fault because I think he showed us a couple of clear signs that, but I was like, nah, just keep, let's just keep. My fault. All right. So that's the deal, Gertrude. That's the deal. So this week they're supposed to ship. They told us to ship. We should have it this week. And once we get it, it's gonna go back up on the site and then we good to go. And I'm thinking we shouldn't have no outages no more. We shouldn't have any outages. So everybody who I promised something free to, that's why I said we get our shipment in this week. We get it in this week. New thing. So just be patient with us. We small, guys. It's small. When you're trying to build something from scratch and you really don't know the big people, and the big people don't want to deal with you because you're not big enough. And I understand, like it ain't even worth them cutting on their machines. You get what I'm saying? So you in that mode of you're not what you were, but you're definitely not what you're gonna be. But so that's where we at right now. But I thank y'all. All right. Anyway, let me see. Conscious said, watching y'all is hard to buy meat in the store. All the meat in the store, in my opinion, is old. It is, y'all. It's old meat. I'm telling you. I can't say that emphatically. Now, I can say the chicken that I've tasted from the meat. I ain't gonna lie on Walmart meat. I can't say I've tasted really old chicken from Walmart. It smells funny sometimes, though, right? But it's a few other places I went to, and the meat has been, I could tell it's old. And you never can tell the meat is old when you cook it. When the meat is fresh, you really never can tell it. It's when you let it cool off and you try to heat it back up. That's when you can taste it. You always can taste it being old when you try to heat it back up. Now, somebody told me that what they're doing in the stores is they're injecting them with fluid to make them seem bigger and to make them add flavor to them. So when we cook them, that process a lot of times that meat and stuff, that flavor come, whatever that is, it come out of it. And then when you go back to try to warm it up, you can taste it's not, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. I haven't eaten any meat from a store in a few years now. Yeah, I haven't eaten any meat from the store in a few years. It's been about 3 years. About 3 years since I've eaten anything out of the store as far as meat wise. Everything else we got in our freezer. We were going to this butcher up here, getting some meat every now and then. But the last time I went, his chicken didn't taste right. I was like, yeah, they selling old stuff. We got a couple of pigs butchered out. We still got a freezer with that in there. We got some beef still in there. Plus, we got goat meat. We have goat meat, and y'all seen us just putting all that chicken in the freezer. So we pretty much situated. And what I want to say is this, guys, it don't take a lot. It really don't take a lot, especially if you're not a beef eater. Let's say you don't eat beef, you don't want goat, no kind of red meat. You just want white meat like chicken or turkey. Man, you could grow that. I'm telling you, you could grow that in your backyard, and butcher it out. But I know people not gonna do it, but it's like gutting fish. Like for real, if you can clean a fish, you can clean a chicken, guys. I'm telling you, like if you can clean a fish, you can clean a chicken. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Bama. Cam, what's happening, my friend? Yes, it is hot. It's 100 degrees. This Christy Chastity Rucker Williams. That is a name. Lady, you have a name on you. Christy Chastity Rucker Williams. You feel me? Hey, what's happening, lady? Yes, it is hot outside. Hey, cuz, that's Brenda Finley right there. How are you doing? That's our cousin right there. Um, they call her Pat. What's going on? Facts. Yeah. Let me see what Pamela shared a link out. Let me see. I don't know what that is, Pam. I ain't gonna click on that. Plumber Stock Central. Maybe that's something. I'm not fooling with that. Let me see. Tex Ferguson. What's happening, bro? Tex said it's 90 here today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Southeast gonna burn up for a little while. You tuned in from New York City. Love the farming videos put out. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Reggie. Appreciate it, man. This is my goal. I want y'all to understand what my goal is. My goal is to allow people who live like I've lived my entire life in the city, from the city, never lived in a rural area. Okay, one time in Atlanta, I stayed with my auntie in Austell for probably about 3 months, maybe 3 months. And I lived out there. I didn't even make it the whole summer, and I had to get up out of there. But that was the only per se rural area I ever lived in. It was cool, but I still had access to Atlanta. We had what they call, I guess it was the CTC, the Cobb Community Transit bus up there. And I would catch that bus and hop on the mall, and I'd be down there on Glenwood or being on 5 Points or somewhere, and then just can jump back on the bus, use a transfer, get back out to Austell. So it wasn't like how I am now. Like you better find something to do down here because ain't nothing else to do down here. Okra leaves are edible. Okay, hold on. Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie give good advice. I like Stephanie. I do. I really like her name is Stephanie M. Clemens. She is smart. She a smart person. Yeah. So if y'all see her come in, I'm just telling you now. I pay attention to what she say. FedEx and UPS just held a super layoff in the Southeast region. You're absolutely correct. And they're trying to buy out the drivers. The drivers, they're trying to buy them out. I've spoken to several of the drivers. They offer them some decent money. I take it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm taking it. Like, I don't know what they think about. Like, I think offering these for like 150. You hear what I'm saying? Clean 150. Wow. You get me? Like, it's a few of them. I don't know what they think about. Like, I would take that money in a heartbeat. Because really and truly, like I was explaining to somebody, this is my personal opinion, because they got what they call a collective bargaining agreement or whatever, right? And it's a contract. And they with the Teamsters, the UPS drivers are with the Teamsters. And really and truly, what the deal is, UPS is basically like trying their best to get out from up under that contract and get rid of that overhead as much. What happens if you don't take it? Like, are you gonna just make them do it? You see what I'm saying? Like, so this the thing. I was talking to somebody the other day. So That's what happened with the auto plants, right? The unions, what happened to the auto plants. And it's a good thing on one hand, but then when them and the company start beefing on another, then the people suffer. So I'm not no union expert. I'm not, right? But I was just talking to the guy, man. He was like, "What you would do?" He asked me. One of them said, "Larry, if they offer you 150, what you would do?" I said, "Oh, I already took mine. I'd have took mine when they first came out. Listen, I would have tried to squeeze them for a little bit more. I would have said, "Can y'all get us one? Can y'all get us 200?" Like, and they be like, "No, we can't get you 200. What about 180? We can't get you 180, Larry. Might be the best we could do is 170. Give it to me. I'm taking it, And the reason why is because I don't care what the union got going on, man. I gotta look out for me. But to each their own, to each their own, to each their own. But they offer them folks some money, man. They offer them folks some money. Them drivers that's been there for a while. Listen, if you know what you're doing and you already got so I think the issue is a lot of them, like, I don't know, man. Fear is something. Fear is a powerful tool. Fear Fear is a powerful tool, man. Like, we're living off of fear in our society. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that our society is built upon fear. Everything is fear. We scared we about to be sick. We scared of the politicians. We scared of everybody. The racists scared of each other. We scared of it's fear. And what fear is used as a tool is to herd the people. Like when I herd my animals and my goats, they fool with me, so I just opened the door and they walked through. But when I first started, I thought you needed to use fear. So I have my dogs like, yeah, y'all better go, but you don't need to do that. You can lead with love and they'll follow you. Like if they know you love them and you gonna feed them, man, them jokers gonna follow you wherever because you the food source. So when I was talking to the UPS driver, he was telling me they offer him 150. I was like, what? They offered me 150. Now the problem is the taxes, and I know that, right? So that's the issue. The taxes. The taxes is what's gonna hurt. Because that 150 at one time, I wonder how they gonna get taxed. I wonder if they gonna get taxed as like, is that a windfall? Like, how did that work? I don't know. Like, cause I ain't never got nobody to give me no job, to give me no cash like that at one time. I done had the most bonus I ever got was like 20K one time. But I ain't never got no money like that from no job. So I don't know how it works. Do you get taxed at your normal tax rate? Do you get put in a tax bracket? Can you? I don't know. I don't know. But a clean 150. Oh boy, give it to me. Yeah, but that's me talking. I already have my place. I don't have no car payments, so I can say that. But if I don't know. But I'll take it. Give me that 150, boy. Okra leaves are edible. That's what Pamela Lewis said. Okra leaves are edible. Really? I'm not eating okra leaf, Pam. I tried. My grandma had me pull up a poke salad plant last night. She been on me about this big old giant poke salad plant that was growing in my greenhouse. And she been on me about bringing it to her. And I said, I'm gonna bring it to you, grandma. And she had asked me twice. That's it. She asked, no, the first time I took a picture of it. So she never asked me twice. She asked me one time. I took a picture of it. I said, grandma, this poke salad. She said, yeah, let me get that. I said, all right, come and bring it to you. And then she said, when you gonna bring my poke salad? I said, girl, I'm gonna bring it to you. She said, all right. And last night I was up in the greenhouse, probably like 9 o'clock last night, doing something. And I said, let me get grandma these poke salad. So I brought her some poke salad down the doggone hill, and that big old tall plant of it. She loved it. She squealed like a schoolgirl when she saw it. I'm gonna eat some of it. I'm gonna try. I'm tell her give me some of it. But okra leaves, I ain't gonna say they say never say what you wouldn't do, but that's one of them ones I ain't sure about, Pam. I ain't sure about it. Let me see what Charlie. I'm trying to get y'all comments. Charlie said, do you do succession planning? I don't. I know what succession means. So yes, I can't say I do that like in order. Like, but I know what succession means. So I would say yes. Like I did some tomato plants. I came right back behind my tomato plants and I propagated some tomato plants and I put got the propagated plants to grow the roots and then I put them in the ground. So, I'm lining it up, coming right behind it. So it'll be something that can take over from it, right? If that's what succession means. So I do now, not with my peppers, not with my okra. because your peppers and your okra, truthfully, if you treat them right, them jokers will be producing in September. You be October, be doggone Halloween, still getting peppers off your plant. I'm for real. Like if you do right with your pepper plant, yeah. But I did it with my tomato plants. I gotta go harvest some tomatoes today, and them cherry tomatoes are booming and they are delicious. Listen, man, these cherry tomatoes that I got, I didn't do right by them because I put them inside a trellis, a cage, and they land. Some of them land on the ground. But they growing, so it is what it is. But yeah, let me see what's going on. Let me see. DJ Clash. You trying to tag somebody? Hey, Michael Johnson, my guy, I follow you because I want to do what you are doing, and I'm soaking up all the game you give. And God says the same. I can prosper and get there, and I will be trying to get in touch with you. Okay, yeah, man. Listen. This lifestyle or anything you want to do, brother, you can achieve. Like it takes a shifting. Let me tell y'all something. I want to be completely honest with y'all. I talked about wanting this for a long time. But when you go from conversation mode to solution mode, that's what changed. I talked about wanting to live on a farm. I talked about um just wanting to live off the land, all that stuff for a while. And I had that house in Stone Mountain, and we lived in that house in Stone Mountain. We bought that house in Stone Mountain in 2006. That's why I told my son, you need to go ahead and buy your houses while y'all young. Don't wait till you get old to buy no house, because if you buy your house young with the market, because it always eventually will appreciate, you'll look up and you got $300,000 in equity cash that you could cash out on if you sit in the house long enough, right? So that's one of the worst things. One of the best things I did was bought a house young, and that's how I was able to get this, and I'm just being honest. I knew I had to do it. And I'm fortunate and I'm so grateful to the Lord that He had me around people that made that the norm. I was working at the barbershop. Everybody in the barbershop who were barbers owned their own home. I was the only one who was a renter. So that's why it's so important to put yourself in circles bigger than your. If you put yourself in a circle bigger than you, they're going to pull you up. But if you're the big person in the circle, the only thing could possibly happen is they come up off of you or they pull you back down. You get what I'm saying? So that was a great example, man. I'm over there off of Counter Road in Decatur, man, cutting hair. Dennis Mitchell, Sherman Williams, they were my co-workers over there, and we was cutting hair, right? But both of them owned their houses, and I was a renter at the time. And they were talking about the things homeowners deal with. And then all the guys were coming in talking about they were buying houses and they was this, they was that, they was in the third. And I felt like I needed to buy me one too. Because I was around it. Like I said, be around people who big and greater than you. So I ran out and bought me a house. Got the house, wasn't the best deal, but the Lord worked it out, right? And 15 years later, was able to sell that house, took the proceeds from that house and bought this down here. Yeah, I didn't put no money down. I told my wife if she's willing to come with me, and she's a rider. She said, yeah. I said, let's just go. And we get out the city and we reset. And that's what we did. We sold, found this place, took the equity money instead of putting it down on our dream house, putting it down on some cars. I remember when we couldn't find a property, I was to the point, I said, let's just pay the cars off. My wife said, we ain't paying nothing off. I'm going to keep looking. When I say this lady took it upon herself and made it her job to look for a property every day, I'm working. At the time, my business was flourishing. I mean, we were doing extreme numbers at the time. We were doing okay, right? And I was to the point where I was like, man, I'm just ready. We couldn't find a property. We couldn't find a property. Every property we found, they were either out of our price range, because remember, we were trying to use the cash we made, right? We weren't trying to get in no debt. So either they were too expensive or they sold real fast. They sold real fast. So we really got us apartment. We stayed in the apartment for a little while and we just looked and looked and looked. And she made it her job, man. I'm talking about like she's sending me things every day. What you think about this? What you think about that? What you think about this? What you think about that? We found one up in Cloudland, Georgia. Went up there. It didn't work out. But we saw this. It was off the market. It was under contract. I was like, man. She called me a few days later, said, you remember that apartment that property that you said you would like to live on? Yeah, it's back on the market. Jumped in the car, ran down here. The rest is history. But it was a cash deal. And that's why I say, man, you got to be in position, man. That's how you come up on stuff. Being in position. And it all started. I can look back now and see where it started. It started with me going to get a job at the barbershop. I wasn't making a lot of money at the barbershop, but I was around people who was doing bigger and better things than me. And that forced me to want to fit in with them because I just wanted to fit in with their conversations. Like, I want to talk about home ownership. I want to talk about, man, I got to find this. Man, I got this issue, blah, 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 right? So I ran out and bought a house just so I could fit in. Because of that, stayed in the house, didn't quit. Like, man, I got about 1 million testimonies that just tell you how we got here. You hear what I'm saying? We did not, so many people, one thing I hate, this is what I hate. I hate when people think that you inherited something. You just got lucky. It bothers me when people think, somebody told me, you lucky. I'm lucky. Listen, the house that we sold to get here almost went into foreclosure. Listen, man, I was up in the middle of the night because I had an 80-20 loan. I signed one of the worst loans you ever possibly could sign. The 80-20, it was 2 mortgages, right? The 20 really was supposed to be my down payment, but I didn't know it at the time. The 80 was at an adjustable rate. The prime when I signed was 7% back in 2006. And it was a 2-in-1. So it started adjusting. It gave me a 2-year grace period. And after that, it started adjusting every year. The mortgage went from being $700 to $1,100. And that's just for the first mortgage. I looked up, my $700 mortgage was $1,400. What happened was, and the second, I'm talking about, it adjusted up to 11%. It went from the prime rate. It went from 7% to up to about 10 to 11%. It was $700 and some dollars at first. Now the first mortgage is like $1,100. I haven't even told you about the second mortgage. The second mortgage was an interest-only loan with a balloon payment on it at 15 years. It was at 11%. I was looking at the balance. The balance was increasing every month instead of going down because I just simply wasn't paying enough to beat the interest on it. Stayed in that house when everybody was leaving. Everybody was leaving. All my neighbors was packing up, leaving, man. Everybody left. We watched the neighborhood go from being full-time homeowners with families, our kids outside, playing with these kids. Because when we moved into the community, we wanted our kids to grow up. We watched the whole community shift. Then it went to nothing but, because the investors started buying up the property and renting them out. So now what we started getting, we didn't buy for. All right. We didn't pay for, we didn't buy to be paid to be in that community for this. But we stuck it out. Several times we wanted to leave. You hear what I'm saying? Several times. I'm up in the middle of the night. Everybody in the house sleep. I'm looking at the ceiling because I can't make the mortgage payment. You hear me? I can't pay it. I just simply can't pay it. All I can pay is the 7, and they not budging. But by, the grace of God, we stayed in there. That same house, we eventually refinanced for a 15-year. When we refinanced it, we didn't refinance to take any equity out. We just got a better loan. So when we got the better loan, I had to go through, hold on, I'm missing a step. I had to go through what they call modification. I had to get a loan modification by this company called NACA. So if you're in a mortgage crisis right now, you're going through it, go through NACA. NACA, if you eligible, they'll take you through it. Now, NACA could only work with my first loan. So what they did was Countrywide had bought up all the bad debt. Bank of America, because they got bailed out, part of the bailout was they had to take on all that bad debt from Countrywide. So NACA got Bank of America to do a loan modification for me to take the loan from prime back to the original interest of 7%. Now the second loan, it was at 11%. I was paying $220 some a month for it. The balance was going up. That's how bad it was. Now we started creeping up on 15 years. Well, we wasn't there yet, but we started creeping up on it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So I'm just paying, I'm paying, I'm paying. So you imagine being in this situation. All right, cool. I'm paying, I'm paying, I'm paying. I'm riding down the highway in Atlanta on 85, see this sign at this law office called Clark in Washington that said, file bankruptcy, strip your second mortgage. I'm that serious. I'm riding down. I'm going to work every day. We fine. I can pay my bills. We fine. We getting by. The kids, we ain't luxury living at all, guys. I seen that. I said, okay. Now I pull over. No. I didn't pull over. I told my wife. I was like, man, I seen this sign. I'm thinking about doing it. And she was like, won't you do it? Just do it. I'm thinking about it for about 3 days. I ain't did it yet. So I called him. I said, I seen the sign on the side of the freeway. File bankruptcy, strip your second mortgage. What does that mean? She said, basically, right now, what's going on is that the second mortgages are considered unsecured debt because, number one, they will never overrule the primary on it, right? So since the value is not there, right? If we sold the house right now, they wouldn't have the money to pay the second mortgage. You get what I'm saying? And the worst case and the best case scenario, the original mortgagee would just get the property back. And they don't want it back. They want the interest on the debt, right? She said, so that's considered unsecured debt. So what we do is we'll file a bankruptcy. And if you do a chapter 13, you don't have to do a chapter 7. You do a chapter 13, we can strip all your unsecured debt. I said, really? She said, yeah, all your unsecured debt, Larry, we can strip it. The only thing you're going to have to do is make sure you pay your mortgage payment, the prime, make sure you pay that, and everything else we're going to bundle into a debt consolidation. Cool. I want to do it, right? I want to do it because I'm calling these people. I'll never forget the company was called Decision One Mortgage. They were in North Carolina. I'm calling these people. And it's almost like I'm talking to somebody at their house. It's like, hello. Oh, hey, thank you for calling Decision. It was like that pretty much, right? So I went to bankruptcy. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing when they sent that letter up to my job and they called me into the office and said, we got a garnishment level letter from the bankruptcy trustee. I ain't gonna lie, I was embarrassed, but I stuck in there. And when I came out of bankruptcy, everything was paid for except the house. And what we did was, instead of just being big time, we did end up getting some new cars because my wife van was giving us problems. She got transmission issue, had to put a new transmission and an engine in it. My wife's van was a problem. So we ended up getting some new vehicles, but it didn't kill us. And we was able to pay additional money on the mortgage. So every month I just started paying the additional money that I had to pay. So instead of just, they wanted me because I had signed a 15-year. I said, I'll do a 15-year at 3%. The interest rate had went down, but we had the equity to cover it. The reason why I couldn't refinance out of it at first is because the money wasn't there. The equity wasn't there, right? So what happened was, cool, I'm paying extra. 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 I'm telling y'all how we got this property now. So for anybody who tell me I'm lucky or just something fell out the sky, no, man, there's a story, man, behind this. We went through, several times about to be in foreclosure. Several. We was in pre-foreclosure on numerous occasions. And I understood. I'm talking about, it's embarrassing when people out there taking pictures of your house. You don't hear that? If you ain't never been through that, don't come talking to me about I'm lucky. No, when people outside taking pictures of your house, you see them ride and take a picture, they finna put your house on the market, man. You hear what I'm saying? Cool. So I'm paying extra on the mortgage, paying extra on the mortgage, paying extra on the mortgage, paying extra on the mortgage. Just keep paying extra because I want to get out of this. I want to get out of this. My goal was, baby, we just gonna live in this house. Like, this would just be it. The neighborhood ain't the best, but we're just living. They done broke into the house before. We done stole packages off the front porch. We done had to get cameras put all around the house. Everybody knew we had cameras. So they kind of left us alone. When we kept, and then I was getting the house renovated, because we wanted it nice. It was a dump up until that point, but everybody loved to be over there. We got so many pictures of us being in that house. I done ripped up the floors, the cabinets, but everybody loved our house, right? All right, cool. Kept paying. So 2021 hit, her and I talking about, what do we sell? we just talking and dreaming. What if we sell? What if we sell? She bust out and said, let's just go ahead and do it. You've been talking about it for years. Let's just go ahead and do it. And I said, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm still not like for real about doing it, guys. I'm still not serious. But she said, let's do it. Let's do it. You keep talking about it. So my brother, my stepbrother, Dre, his wife at the time, Erica, was a realtor. So she said, just call Dre. I called Dre. I said, Dre, tell Erica I want her to put my house on the market. He said, all right, cool. All right, bro. So she came up the next day. She came the next day, looked at the house, blah, blah, blah. She said, I looked at all the comps in your neighborhood. We should be able to get this for the house. What? We can get what for the house? She said, yeah, we can get that. I said, okay, put it on the market. Put it on the market. Got it on the market. Started getting offers. Had one girl put her offer in. She wanted it real bad. Put her offer in, but her financing fell through. She put her earnest money up. So we end up with her earnings. It was very competitive at the time. This is what I learned. When God is moving, it's fast, guys, and you gotta move with him. That's how you come up. That was a wealth transfer. So this girl I'm gonna tell you what happened. This girl put her money up. She put her money up, and she, her earnest money. She said, I know I can get the financing. I'll put $1,200, $1,500. I forget how much it was. $2,000, $2,500 up. Earnest. All right, cool. Financing fell through. We end up with the earnest money. Cool. Another lady came up. She put 5,000 earnest up, right? She put 5,000 earnest up because she was trying to beat everybody else out. She said, I could put 5,000 earnest up. Cool. So she put the 5,000 earnest up. House went to market. They put in this high bid, this crazy bid. Like the bid was crazy. We couldn't believe they offered that kind of money for it, but it wouldn't appraise for that. How high she came. So they came back and redid everything. We was gonna go with her, but something fell through. We end up with her $5,000 straight up. So right now, I think we end up with, if I gotta ask my wife, I think we end up with about $7,000 or $8,000 in earnest money for every deal that fell through. Like straight up, man. Now, cool. All right, we getting the money in. So now our money is growing. That's crazy. We ain't even sold the house and we done made about $7,000, $8,000. I think it was 6 or 7. It was something like that, right? All right. So young lady come in and say she want the house. Fine, you can get the house. Put her money in. Young girl too. She young. But I'm saying to her, like, I'm saying to myself, like, yeah, this time to buy it, young lady. You buy it because you're gonna buy it right. So she got it. She had a FHA loan. She ended up getting the house. She bought the house. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I really didn't feel like the selling process was real until after we sold it. When we sold that house and we had to make sure, because we had to clean everything up out the house. We had been in the house 15 years. I mean, you don't think you have accumulated as much stuff as you have. But 15 years in a house, you got some stuff in it, right? So we had to clean it all out. And I remember just going over to the house. And this is my first house I ever sold before, right? And we had so many memories there, right? It was just, oh my God, some days right now just reminisce. It wasn't the best situation, but it was so many memories there. And I remember when we cleaned everything out and we cleaned it up and the house was empty. We left the girl the TVs, we left her the washing machines. We left her a lot of stuff that we had accumulated over time, right? It was good stuff though, because it was just my wife and I in the place, and the kids were gone and nobody was tearing our stuff up. So we had nice stuff. And truthfully, when we moved, we just wanted to get new stuff, which was cool. So we left her the stuff, and she was young, and that was a good start for her. So I'm cool with that, like helping her out. We sold that mug, got this cash. Now, this is the time when you show what you real, because we didn't do nothing crazy. Like we didn't do nothing dumb. I wanted it. When we couldn't find a property, I told my wife, man, I want to just pay my car off. She was like, nope. She was like, nope. We ain't paying nothing off. Nope. I'm going to find her somewhere. That was she kept saying, I am going to find her somewhere. And then this place came up. When the place came up, it was under contract. Then it came up the next day. We came down here. They didn't want any contingencies. If you know what that means, basically, as is. And it was a gamble. But fortunately, I had been in that house and I had been doing a lot of little nitpick jobs, working, and I could see it wasn't nothing too bad with the place. You get what I'm saying? It ain't perfect, but I could see it wasn't nothing too bad. So it was just this little 3-bed, 2-bath mobile home sitting right here. They done underpinned it and turned it into a house where excuse me, where you don't have to get that little sticker on it every year, you know, but they underpinned it and made it like a structure. They stuccoed it. So it's cool. Put the money in. The man said he only want to do cash. That's how we got it. He only want to do cash. But because y'all want to hear a testimony, because number one, I was working in the barbershop. I put myself in a situation around people who were doing greater things than me. They pulled me up with them, right? Cool. And I stuck in there. I didn't quit. When it got tough, I did not quit. Even though I wanted to, I'll be lying to you if I tell you that I didn't want to quit. Yes, man, me and my wife was looking at properties. We was going to look at lease purchase off options, place we can rent. Yes, I wanted to quit. Yes, you hear me? But I didn't. We weren't allowed to quit, and we was having services like church services in our house downstairs. We was like, our house was everything. We got the studio downstairs. Our house was everything. We just hadn't got active. We've been active. We've been doing stuff like for real. And yeah, we stuck in there. And then even after we stuck in there, we worked on that place. I kept working. I got cousin Rick. Shout out to Rick. Kurt. Shout out to Kurt. Aunt. Shout out to Aunt. Man, I got a whole side of my family. My Uncle Tank, man, my plumber. They all craftsmen. And I was able, tradesmen, and I was getting them to do my work, paying them. And they weren't doing it at no discount. So don't think they were giving me no discount. No. Cool, like, look, you're gonna pay me for what I could be doing. You know what I'm saying? And they were doing great work for me. And cool, we did the work. So when we went to sell it, that was scary because you leaving the nest. You hear what I'm saying? So that's why so many people didn't move during that time. That was the time. If you sitting on a house, if you've been in your house, I mean, excluding people who just they saying this is what I'm this it for me. I'm never going. I'm talking about the younger people in our age group. That was time to sell. I know so many of y'all didn't sell. Y'all should have sold. That was time to sell. Them people were paying. All them people from California. The market was crazy. That was a windfall, man. We were walking away with big old bags of money, and I was able to take the money and buy this. We had to wire that money to the closing attorney, right? And you know, when you wire the money, it just disappears at one point. It's not in your bank and it's not in their bank. Oh, man. Oh, y'all. That was frustrating when we wired that money because you wired to the closing attorney. So the closing attorney was like, okay, yeah, wire the funds. We wired them the funds. I mean, we at the bank doing all the numbers and making sure everything was straight. Because they tell you that's scary. You wiring that kind of money. And we wired it to him. And man, that was scary. Boy, I remember, man. I was like, do they have it yet? And the lady like, it hasn't got here yet. I was like, man, y'all better tell me something. We looking at our account is not there no more. And the closing attorney say they don't have it. Then finally, the closing attorney called and said, y'all clear the close. What day is good for y'all? And we was like, whenever. They was like, y'all clear the close. What day good for y'all? Because it was a cash deal. And we paid $133 for this place. That's what we paid. $133,000 for this place. It's 10.33 acres and it had a house on it. You know, it's a cash deal though. The dude didn't want to do no bank financing. He didn't want to do any kind of nothing. He said, if y'all want it, buy it. If not, we'll sell it. And I respect it because I felt like we were getting enough in the deal to where he really didn't have to bend over backwards for nobody. So him and his wife had moved on. She inherited a bigger property, a nice property from her family. And he just left this one. And that's how we got it. And then they told us we would clear the close. We came down there. He wasn't even there. He came, he had already signed his documents. We came, pulled up, the keys were there. We signed our documents. It wasn't nothing but about 1 or 2 papers. I'm literally, I think it was 2 papers. Yeah. When we signed our mortgage, our first mortgage, the paper stack was this thick. Yeah, about that thick. When we did this cash deal, it was probably 2 papers. They said, we walked in, the lady had 2 papers on the table. I said, what are the papers at? She said, oh, it's cash. Y'all ain't gotta do all that. She said, just sign. Read it, sign it, boom. It's yours. That's how it went. So when people tell me we're lucky, no, man. No, 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 no. This didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen overnight. So don't ever attribute that like it just happened in the middle of the night. One day, whoa, man, they just got lucky. No, 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 no. Man, it was sleepless nights sitting up over there on Murfield Drive in Stone Mountain, right off Redan Road, looking at the ceiling, buddy. Don't know how I'm gonna make the payment. The kids don't know. They up in that mall just kicking it. All right, everybody, can my friend Tasha come spend a night? I'm up in this mall. I don't even know we gonna have a house. You up in here talking about, can your friend come spend a night? Hey, I want to sign up for the basketball team. I'm looking at this joker like, boy, we about to be homeless. You talking about you want to play on the basketball team. Me and my wife keeping a brave front up in there. My wife in there sleep. I'm up in there looking at the ceiling, y'all. I'm in the room. I had an extra room up there. I'm in the room like this, staring at the wall, you know. But it could turn around in the blink of an eye. That's the main thing. So whatever you dealing with, just understand it could turn around in the blink of an eye as long as you don't quit. I do feel like sometimes it is good to, walk away, but that's got to be something If you're standing in the middle of a breakthrough, meaning that you prayed to get where you at, why would you quit on it? You see what I'm saying? Like you prayed to be where you at, got it. Now it comes with some opposition, and now you quitting. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. So one lesson that I learned is that you're gonna get it, but it's gonna come with a fight. And this is the lesson. God promised the children of Israel the promised land, but they had to go take it by force. But he told them, y'all, it's y'all's though. Like, why he couldn't just hand it to them? Nah. It's yours, but you gotta go take it. You gotta go fight for it. You see what I'm saying? And you got to do some things that don't even make sense at times. You got to cross over the Jordan and hold that up right there in the water part. Like, it's crazy. You got to do some unrealistic stuff at times that defies human logic, but it's already yours. It's already yours. So that's what that's the message. I'm always telling people that the problem is, as people, we've not saying you particular, but we've gotten weak. We want everything handed to us. We think that it's gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy, man. No. It's gonna be some work that associated with it. So for so many people who say, I want to farm, I look at them and be like, oh, okay, you're gonna have to work, right? Like, that's some work. It's raining. I'm out here carrying a bale of hay. You know what I mean? Like, the goats down there yelling at me, like they about to die, and they've eaten already today. They about to die, and I gotta take them this over there. Goat got a head caught. Like, yeah, get sheep though. That's a sidebar. If you want to do this, just get sheep. Don't do the goats. Get sheep. Get you a couple goats for meat. Just get sheep. All right, they easier to deal with. Take my advice. They are great animals, and they easy to deal with. Or cows, one or the other. It just take longer, and you need more food for cows. But sidebar. But yeah, man, that stuff gonna come with it's gonna come with a fight. So I just make sure I'm always communicating that with everybody, that you may want it, but are you prepared to fight for it is the question. Yeah, you want it, but will you fight for it? Most people don't want to fight for it. They just want it, right? Yeah, will you fight for it? Will you stand up for it? Will you not quit on it? That's the difference. That's the difference. Those are the people who get the promise. That's the people who get the promise. And we all we got is God's words to fall back on when he gave the children of Israel the promised land. This is y'all promise. And he told them, y'all got to go fight. And it was times when they prayed God hold the sun. God kept the sun up for them so they can go fight. It was time when they was outnumbered and they still had to show up, right? They was discouraged, like, man, we going out here to die. But they showed up and still won because the battle wasn't theirs. It was the Lord's. You hear what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to show up. For real. Sometimes you just, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just showing up every day. Yeah. So I use that literally, man. I don't just talk this stuff. I literally believe that stuff. I do. And it's shown up in my life. So don't ever think my wife and I are lucky. Don't think just something miraculous happened to us. We are people who have weathered some storms. And remember when we were moving out of the city, we had just lost KVD. Like that was some major depression. I can't even remember my life in that short period of time because I was drinking and getting high so much. I'm doing weed and I'm drinking. I was ingesting. I was eating it. I had like not edibles, but it was like a oil. So I'm eating it and I'm drinking every day. I'm high. I was in the fog, y'all. I can't even remember my life. I'm telling y'all, that's how high and in the fog I was. And depressed. I was depressed and I didn't realize it. So we going through all that, trying to do business, show up every day for business. Got employee, my wife work over there, my daughter work over there. I'm showing up. I got business partners I gotta show up for. I'm dealing with the grief, but I'm trying to just keep going forward because I know that's what we gotta do. You know, we can't stay still. We can't stop. We gotta trust the Lord's plans, whether it hurts you or not. You know, like, that's the problem. We don't want to trust His plan when it hurts, but when it feels good, it's the Lord's plan. No, so we gotta trust His plan, whether it hurt or not. And that's what I believe. Like, all right, now I ain't gonna say I went mad. I went angry. Yeah. So we dealing with all that, and now we trying to buy a property. But this is one of the best things that's happened because it allowed me. It's so many things. Getting away from the city has been such a blessing. It's just it's so many. It's a whole different lifestyle. You can slow down and focus on what's important, like your health. You can focus on your health. You're so busy in the city that you can't even focus on your health. For real. Like you're not healthy. You living, but you're unhealthy. That was one of the things. I'm alive. I'm showing up because your body will keep going, man. But it can only take so much. So I'm showing up. I'm drinking. I'm eating whatever I want to eat. I'm putting me eating little cake, cookies, chicken wings every day. Just eating all these chemicals and stuff and drinking and everything. I'm overweight. I didn't realize that. I thought I was fine. I went to the gym every day, but I was unhealthy. And the reason why I know is because you can take a chart and read your blood work. And that's why I'm telling, I got that's a whole different conversation about making sure you're getting a true panel of your blood work because the panels, I'm realizing that a lot of these healthcare providers give are not true. They're not telling everything. They're just giving you what they feel is pertinent and you unhealthy. And you can look at other stuff in your blood panel to find out something not right. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of time deficiencies show up in other areas, but if you got a healthcare provider that's only doing certain tests, you ain't gonna know. So that was another thing. When I got down here to the country, the rural area, I'm able to go to a doctor who she was doing a panel and I didn't like it. And what happened was I tried to get my records from the city, and when they came down, there wasn't no information on them. So I started taking control of that myself. You could go over and get your own healthcare panel. And we started doing certain things. So now I understand what's going on with myself. I understand I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. So I was able to not be so busy that I can actually make my health my priority, my mental health. Just being, because I'm telling you, man, you don't realize something wrong with you. You could literally be depressed and just functional. Like for real, man. These are not the conversation people have. People don't have the mental health conversations. Like you depressed, but you got to get up and go to work every day. So you've become a functioning manic depressive type person. Well, I ain't gonna say manic, but you're depressive, but your thoughts, like you just down, like you don't realize it. You don't realize it. You think, you got anxiety. You don't realize it. Yeah. So that has allowed me to take a step back and be able to make health my priority. Just wake up every morning and make just understanding life. And one of the biggest things the Lord has provided is being able to get my grandma out the city. That right there, as a man, every man want to be able to look out for his mama or his grandma. Like every man, like I ain't gonna say every man, but most guys, right? They want to make sure they mama and they grandma straight. Like they that's them the two they want to make sure. And the Lord has actually provided that opportunity in my life. I was able to do that. like with my grandma, and that's important. My granddaddy too, but he made it a year. He came out here and made it a year. But now I'm talking to her every day. I go over there and talk to her, take off some poke salad or something, right? Um, that's important. I put some meat on the grill and I throw her some meat on the grill and just she ain't got eggs. She told me the other night. I just put her some meat on the grill and I took it to her and she's like, you just take care of me. I said, you my grandma. She said, I know sometimes I won't even realize that you just I said, yeah, you my grandma. Like I want to make sure you fine, right? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, man. So that's been um, yeah. King Joseph, let me go back up. Let me go back up. PM private messages. Yeah, you say you love this man. Is the land next door available? I would love to be your neighbor. Now, man, somebody bought the land next door, man. It's a dude from McDonald. He got a good deal, man. He got a great deal on that property up there. He bought like 20 some acres, man. I think he paid like 280 some, but he had a house on it. He pretty good. Yeah, King Joseph said, Brother Larry, you know what it is to go through stress, faith, and works together. Great story about the Israelites. There's good takeaways from that story. You are right. Life can be hard at times, but we have God to help. And listen, not only do we have God to help, we have God to guide. And we have to follow. We have to follow. And we have to follow into the uncomfortable places. And that's the part most people don't want to do. We decide we want to take our own life in control. And God let us do it. That's our free choice. That's our free choice. The free will is go ahead, run your own life. Or you can follow me and what I'm trying to do for you. Now, if you follow me and what I'm trying to do for you, I'm going to take you through some things. You're going to walk into the unknown. But if I allow you to feel like you can control it, then what you need me for? So I gotta take you through some things that only I can do. And I'm telling you, man, packing up, moving away from our comfort zone, our close family knit. Like we had, my sister was in the city. Both of my sisters in the city. I got grandmom and granddad in the city. I got aunties in the city. Some of my kids still was in the city. Like, so at any given moment, you could pick up the phone and call for help. But to pack up and move away from that, that's and then in 2023, after we got here, money got funny. So that's the part a lot of y'all don't know. Y'all hear me talk about because I ain't ashamed of it because God brought me out. Why would I be ashamed of something that I'm not even in control of? Right? So God brought us out. 23 hit, business stopped. I'm sitting down here, done packed up and moved my whole family away from the city and down this mug, and now money funny. And the only thing I can stand on is the place paid for. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep the lights on. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay the taxes this year. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Y'all got somewhere to go, but they repoed my tractor, so now I can't cut the grass. Y'all want to hear the real story? Cause this the Lord's story. It ain't mine. It ain't my story. The real story is in 23, while sitting down here on the farm and doing videos. I'm down here, don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay the light bill next month. They done repoed the tractor, so I can't cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that happened is they repoed it during the time when the grass wasn't growing. Because I don't know what I would have done if they would have repoed it like right now. So I can't cut the grass. I got my grandma and my granddaddy down here. I done told them everything fine to come out here and put you a place on it. Now I don't even know if I could pay the taxes this year. Y'all hear me? Man, y'all just see the smile. Don't understand at times. That same person smiling at you may be going through something serious, right? But the Lord provides. He done showed me one thing. Listen. God says, remember this. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will deliver them from them all. Right? So there's going to be some issues. There have to be. But the promise is you're going to get brought out of it. Right? And that's what has happened. So 23 hit. I'm sitting down here and I didn't show y'all quiet as kept. I didn't show y'all the repossession video on some real stuff until after I had bought a new one now. Don't act like I'm just so fly like that. No, y'all didn't even know the track that had got repossessed until after I bought a new one. Now I can talk about my God. You hear what I'm saying? I was ashamed. I was ashamed to tell y'all because I'm getting likes and views. I wasn't making any money on my videos, but likes and views on my videos, comments, engagement. Y'all, people, and it may not be some of you, maybe some of y'all, but I'm getting engagement on my videos. Y'all liking and sharing and commenting. Ooh, I love that lifestyle. And I just got my tractor repossessed. Y'all just seeing the smile I'm doing on the camera every day, but I don't feel good inside. I feel like, dang. And you understand how bad I felt when my grandma and granddaddy down here and I had to get my tractor repossessed. I'm telling them everything fine. I told them, I said, man, I couldn't afford to pay for it. Grandma looked at me and she said, it's going to be all right. You're going to be okay. I said, I am. I am. But I was hurt. But then just the way it got pulled up out of here, then all of a sudden, them ravens start coming in, dropping it off, giving us a little something. So the next video was I'm able to go buy a new one. And God brought it to my heart that record that. Make sure you record that. And I recorded it. But I didn't want to tell y'all until after I had got it. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I'd be a faker if I told y'all that. I was ashamed. But and the only way I showed y'all is after I got another one. For real. After I got another one. Few people noticed, oh, he tried that. Why? I made sure I didn't record myself doing nothing manual. Shit, no, we out there pulling the hay bales with the truck. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't I need a motor in that truck. Now I gotta put a motor in that truck. We pulling the hay bales with the truck. Me and my wife, she riding with me though. Not one time ever, but you got me downhill. You hear me? Nope. So I'm in this conversation, I'm glorifying the Lord because I make sure this testimony and these testimonies are always put in the forefront of everything good you see. You see all this good stuff, but let me make sure you understand that this is not on my own accord. Like, don't attribute that to me, man. Like, I'm just some smart person. Like, I'm just making things happen. No, I ain't making it to happen. I ain't smart enough to make things happen. I got a little intelligence, but come on, y'all. And the same Lord that does this for me, do it for you and can. But faith without works is dead. So you tell me you believe, I show you I believe. That's the difference. You talk about what you believe, I'm showing you what I believe. What does that mean? I'm taking my family, I done packed up and moved to the wilderness. You hear what I'm saying? Like, for real, I got us out here. Yeah, the Lord got us though. He got us. He holding us. He keep us. He make a way, provide a way. So that's the difference. A lot of people won't leave their comfort zone, won't leave what they know, because in that comfort zone, they are God. I am God here. That's what they feel. Never go on to nothing bigger and better, because that means they have to turn or lose the familiar, the comfortable. Won't let it go. I can't let go what I know. I can't let go what is true to me to go into the unknown. You would never get the promise if you're not prepared to walk through the wilderness. You will never get the promise if you're not prepared to go through a foreign place. You will never get great, excellent, the stuff that you can't see, right? Because it's there already. It's just waiting on you. If you're not prepared to take the steps. That's why when they say a man or a believer, we respect the process, because I understand the process is just what gets us to the promise. That's it. It's process and then it's promise. We go through the process to get to the promise. That's it. So many people tap out, turn around, or run from the process, so they never receive the promise. And it's hard. The process is discouraging at times. You sitting there like this the whole time, but never lose your faith in the Lord. You may not know what you're doing. You may lose faith in yourself. Don't lose faith in God got a plan. And me and my wife, when we were going through what we were going through in 23, we prophesying to ourselves. Like, we prophesying to ourselves, y'all. We sitting there the whole time speaking God's word over us. That's what I learned about God's word. Look, I didn't know. I thought I knew. I thought I understood, but it took a hardship to teach me. right? So I'm going through the hardship. So now I know that God's word is not just to be read, it's to be spoken out loud over your life. You prophesying to your life. You prophesying to your generations when you speak God's words out over. Speak them out loud. You hear me? You got to speak them out. And that's what I had to learn. You have to prophesy over your own self. People are going to the prophet and want the prophet to tell them, nah, man, the book of the word of God is the prophet. That's the prophet. You have it in there. You got access to many of prophets. Not saying I'm just don't believe in none of that. No, but I'm saying you can speak the prophetic over your life every single day with the word of God. You can just read it out loud. That's what I had to learn to do. So I started doing it. I started doing it. I started doing it. It's tough, but it started being comforting. It's comforting, right? It makes you feel better. It makes me feel better. And then you start seeing things started shifting a little bit, shifting. Not a lot. It's not big, y'all. It just see the small turn. We eating out the freezer. We going and we packaging up all the leftover food and freezing it and putting it in the doggone deep freezer. We used to go fish for fun before then. Now we fishing for food, like these real. Like we used to fish for fun. Now I can have a fish. Oh no, we out there. Hey, boy, let me get that fish. Yeah, because that is food. You hear me? So now we eating out of freezer. God had to teach me. We don't need to store. We don't need to store. We eating out of what we done stored up. I learned you can keep food a long time before it go bad if you put it in a vacuum sealer. While I had money, I bought this gigantic vacuum sealer. So let me tell you another story. I was buying all this big stuff when I had money, right? I bought this big old gigantic vacuum sealer. It was a couple smaller options that I could have bought. Cool. I gotta have a big one. That's me. I gotta have a big one. I always gotta buy something that I grow into, not outgrow. I don't want to outgrow it. I want to buy it one time. So I bought this big old giant vacuum sealer. Let me tell you something. We wearing that vacuum sealer out. Boy, every Thanksgiving dinner, boy. We doggone we every Thanksgiving dinner, boy. We doggone taking it in you hear me? Let me tell you something. We eating out the freezer and food will last a long time. Let me say that. It will, if you package it correctly. It will. So I had to reduce my expectation out of things and say, I'm prepared to go back to this if I have to. And that's how we eat now. I eat out the freezer now, but it's our own meat, it's our own everything now. I don't go out and spend any money on food. I don't do that. But I just want to say that to y'all because sometimes you can see a smile or you can see a life and you would think that life is perfect or you don't see what's behind it. It's like a play. It's like a curtain. Like you can't see what's behind stage. You can only see what's on front. I'm not on the stage. You're gonna see what's on the stage. I'm not one that's afraid to. I'm not because I done been brought out of so much stuff. The last thing you will ever get with me is fakeness. Because why? So I ain't hiding nothing. I'm not hiding anything. If I'm broke, I'm broke. If I'm struggling, I'm struggling. If business is slow, it's slow. But what you're gonna see is me working. Remember that. Because remember, remember, faith without works is dead. You got to give them something to bless now. In Psalms, it's talking about being planted by the rivers of living water, and you will bear your fruit, you bear leaves in your season, bear your fruit in your season. And whatever you do, you shall prosper. But the key word is do. You have to do something. So that's my thing. You got to give them something to bless. If you ain't putting seeds in the ground, how can you expect a harvest? If you ain't tilling the soil, even when it ain't time to put seeds in the ground, how can you expect the seeds to even be in condition, the soil to even be in condition to grow the seeds you about to put in the ground? Because the work goes on the front end. You get what I'm saying? So there's always got to be this level of expectation and belief. I believe, so I'm doing something. I believe, so I'm recording videos and putting them out even when I'm broke. My phone can't even keep the doggone get the storage right. We run out of space on my storage on my phone because I don't have the right phone, but I'm deleting them off my phone, and I done lost so many videos because during that time when we really didn't have no storage, we got to delete videos. I wish I had them videos. I got a whole big old block where we just had to delete videos, you know, and I'm just putting them out. Yeah, man, for real. So I want to make sure I always am telling you guys the truth. I'm a creator. I create. I put content out. I love to share my life with you guys. You see me in public, you're gonna get the same version of me that you see on camera. It's no different. I'm not a character, I'm not an actor. I don't follow trends. I don't do that. I'm authentic. All right. King Joe said, I need to focus on my health. The city keeps a brother distracted and busy. I'm currently overweight. Last Friday, my doctor told me my blood pressure is getting too high. My brother, listen, I'm going to give you this advice, and this helped me so much. Sugar. Stop eating sugar. Stop eating all forms of sugar today. I'm telling you, you're going to be amazed at what happened to your body when you stop eating sugar. Fried foods, yeah, we know. We know the salt. We know. But sugar is in everything. It is. A lot of your issues are coming from sugar. I promise you that. They put dextrose in salt. That's sugar. Yeah. They put sugar in almost everything you go to the grocery store and look at. It has sugar in it. It's just another name. High fructose, corn syrup. It's sugar. Sugar. Stop eating sugar, my brother. Your weight will come off you. Everybody asks me how I lost weight. I stopped eating sugar. I don't eat no fruit cakes, with no snack cakes or no cakes. If my wife makes something, she don't make it with sugar. She'll put some honey in it. But honey breaks down sugar, the refined white table sugar, like the table salt, horrible for you. And I changed my diet. So that's one of the best. That's been my ministry, telling everybody to stay off sugar. Leave sugar alone. Leave it alone. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. I'm talking about the white bag in the stove, the brown sugar with the molasses in it. All brown sugar is white sugar with molasses in it. That's what I'm talking about. Leave that stuff alone. If you read the label and it said it has any sugar in it, put it back. Put it back. That's gonna be the hardest challenge. Every morning I woke up, I had a cup of coffee and I put me a smaller scoop of sugar, and I got raw sugar. They told you, my grandmama told me something. She said, yeah, these people think they slick. They'll sell you different kind of sugars, or they'll sell you different kind of salt, but they not telling you it's the same thing. Yeah. So I put the raw sugar in there, right? And I would drink my cup of coffee, and I had limit my sugar intake. But my weight was still up. And then when I started getting my numbers, my cholesterol is climbing. I'm saying, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Why, I don't eat that many fried foods. And then they tell you, well, it may be hereditary. That's what they say. It's genetics. You say, oh, okay. So we accept that as being true. I accept being overweight as being genetic. But then I said, nah, let me try. So I said, I'm going to leave sugar alone. I left sugar alone. Go back to the doctor. All the numbers are coming back down. All the numbers are in the green now. Where my LDL or my total cholesterol was getting out of whack. No, it's back right. All my numbers, my wife numbers, back right. It's the sugar. They said I went to the doctor one time and they was looking at my A1C. They said, you need to be careful, Larry. You could get insulin resistance. I said, okay. I got scared. I came home, let the sugar go. All that came down. And I'm talking about just straight up sugar. I don't eat no cakes, cookies, none of that. I don't eat none of that stuff like I used to. Try it, man. I don't think we discussed that enough, man. They give you all these other solutions about this and that, but people never leave the sugar alone. We never leave the sugar alone. We always say we're gonna cut salt, but we still eat cakes. We're gonna we ain't gonna eat a cake, we're gonna eat a little bit of cake. But then we're not paying attention to the labels. and realizing that everything you reading, all them foreign names, you can find sugar in probably pretty much all them jokers. So you eating all this sugar. Try it. I challenge everybody. If you want to get your health in order, the real thing about that, man, is get the sugar. Let the sugar go. And I can't promise you everything on shift, but I bet you'll start seeing a difference in your numbers if you let sugar go. And I mean, let it go. Not once a week. Not I'm gonna treat myself. It's killing you. It is, man. All this stuff we eating now, back in the day, all our elders and seniors, they did not grow up on the type of chemicals we've grown up on. So they lived to be 80 and 90 years old, right? They didn't have the kind of, they had issues, but it not as early as the new groups are having them, because we're eating these chemical versions of what they ate. So they ate that stuff and it was fine with them, but it wasn't all these chemical versions of it. And poverty is something else. Being poor, I think being poor keep you alive too, because you just can't afford certain stuff. I'm dead serious, man. You know, you see people, they talking about, man, we ain't have much, but we had each other. They alive. They all in their 90s. They didn't have the money to go buy that stuff. Yeah. So with DoorDash and Uber Eats and people, I was riding by a place the other day. This girl came out, and I ain't talking about the sister. Don't think I'm judging anybody. I'm not judging nobody, but it was an observation. She came out on the porch and got it. She was massive, like she was big, and they was bringing her some fried chicken. And I said to myself, they'll lock a drug dealer up for pulling up with some meth, right? They'll drop a drug dealer up for pulling up with any kind of substance. But that person is allowed to pull up with that fried chicken and give it to that girl. And that stuff gonna take that girl out, because she was massive, guys. Big old legs, like big old. I said, man, I felt bad for her. And she just simply eating. She had a big old box of chicken. And I just rolled by and I said, man, we live in a kind of society that's okay. And then you see the influencers, the people on, you see the people on social that's eating all that food for the cameras and everybody edging them on. Like, people find it funny to watch somebody eat themselves to death. That's cruel. Like, yeah, that's cruel. I'm saying to myself, everybody should stop watching her or stop watching him. Stop watching them. They eating and they find it funny because they getting accepted in the group, and everybody, man, go ahead, girl. But that sandwich look good. I said, man, these people are actually laughing at this girl. It's a one girl in particular. I see. I feel sorry for the girl. I feel sorry for her. I do. I don't know her name, but I said I feel sorry for her, because everybody in the comment section is watching that girl eat herself to death, and it's funny. It's all funny. I feel bad for her. So, I'm not a dietitian. I'm not that, but let the sugar go. You hear me? Let the sugar go. Let it go. What's up, Tobias? What's happening, King Joseph? For sure. Right. Same. I do for my grandfather. That's dope, sir. You don't hear a lot of men taking care of their grandparents and grandfathers. That's dope, man. You take care. He said, you trying, I built a tiny home for my grandfather. That's some real stuff. I'm behind on my comments. Let me catch up. Cheryl from Charleston. Are you and Teresa have a Charleston, Arkansas? I'm sorry. You and Teresa have a great story. You tell it with such honesty and passion. You touch a lot of lives from your farm. Keep it up. Garlic is coming. Okay. Cheryl, your last name Krotoka, whatever that is. Pray for me. Yeah. What's going on, Jackie? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? King Joseph, I got no money, but I am trusting God. I have been struggling to pay my bills each month. Yes, the Lord. So listen, I hear you. I hear you, man, about struggling. I hear you. But watch out for the ravens. And what I mean by that is, there was a story in the Bible where a prophet ran from, I think it was Jezebel. Was it Elisha? He ran from Jezebel and he had to hide because she's going to kill him, because he basically destroyed. They was up there showing where her prophets versus the real prophets of God, and he was able to do some kind of miracle that her prophets couldn't do, and she wanted them dead. So he had to run and hide. So he ran and hide, and he was pulled up beside the stream because it had water. God told him to stay by that water right there and don't move. Stay there, and I'll have the ravens bring you food every day. And the ravens start coming in every day, bringing food to him. So he was by a stream. He was on the run, hiding out. I think he was living like in a cave by a stream or something like that, hiding. He was scared. And a raven came every day with his food. So when I say look out for the ravens, watch God bringing you little small morsels. Sometimes we don't appreciate it because it don't solve the entire problem, but it solves a problem. You know what I'm saying? So the whole rent is $1,200, but you only got that raven came in with 100. So it don't feel like it solves the problem. But what we not acknowledging is, with this 100, now I got some food I could put in my belly, or now I could put some gas in the vehicle so I can get to the next money. So watch out for the ravens. When I say watch out for the ravens, I'm saying when the Lord start holding you, because you may be in a holding period, he'll send his ravens in daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or whatever, to provide for you. But we're so greedy. I'm not saying you, okay? So I'm not attacking you, but as a culture, we're so greedy, we don't acknowledge the little $15 because it don't solve the entire problem. The light bill is $350. I need $350. Ain't nothing this $15 gonna do for me. Instead of realizing that raven brought you enough to get you something to put in your belly today, or enough for you to buy you some hygiene products, or enough to get you some tissue, something to make your life, keep your life moving forward. So when you hear me say, watch out for the ravens, that's what I mean. All right. Watch out for the ravens. Watch out for the ravens. Watch out for the ravens. Let me keep going. I'm trying to stay on top of my comments, but I'm so far behind. Dead. Faith without works is dead. Y'all remember that. Faith without works is dead. You're going to have to do some things that seem illogical. You hear me? You got to stay in motion. You can't stop unless that comes from the Lord. If that comes from him, then stop. But watch out for the ravens. Remember I said that. And when my wife and I was sitting in the house, we saw ravens. When we were sitting here without money, we were sitting here broke. We were sitting here posting videos, sitting here just struggling, trying to keep everything on. We saw physical ravens. We saw them. They were coming. They were sitting in the trees, talking to us when we were walking up the driveway. God taught me that that's a real thing, but that's a little deep conversation. You got to went through that to understand what I mean by that. When you go through that, you'll see it and you'll say, oh, watch out for the ravens. Pay attention. They'll show up. I'm telling you now, they'll show up. Show up and be providing. Yep. And you'll look up and I'm struggling to pay bills, but the bills getting paid. The company working with you when they said they wouldn't. You hear what I'm saying? You got to ask for an extension. This your third one. They said they don't give third extensions, but just so happened you talked to Miss Jeffers on the phone and she said she'll do it. Now you got a third extension. They didn't come repossess the car. They behind. So they ain't got to you yet. Company call you and say, hey, look here, man. We know you owe 5 months payments. Can you pay us one right now? We'll knock it off. We'll knock the repossession off. I can get you one. So watch for the ravens. Count your blessings. That's what the ravens mean. Count them. Sometimes we have to be put in extreme weighing circumstances for us to acknowledge that God is and has been moving in our life the entire time. We're getting away from the Lord so much that it's becoming uncomfortable for people to even minister and just mention God to people. People don't want to hear that. We've gotten so anti-belief in the Lord that he a non-factor in our lives until we need him. But every day is a blessing. Waking up is a blessing, right? Being able to be in your right mind is a blessing. See somebody who's not in their right mind, and you'll see how having a right mind is a blessing. Somebody lost their mind going through something that you have been through, but you didn't. Yet you still don't want to acknowledge that there's something greater here than you, right? So watch for the ravens. That's my thing. Watch for them as they show up. The blessings as they show up. Be thankful. I remember vacuum sealing bags of old dressing. My wife said, "This is what I'm gonna do when we get the money. I mean, real one. I'm gonna make a big pan of dressing, and we make a couple of pans of dressing because it's cheap to make, right? We make big pans of dressing. We'll slice them up, and then we'll put them in the vacuum seal them, and we'll put them in the deep freezer and freeze them, and then we'll eat off that. Run it. We'll make a big pan when we were eating macaroni and cheese. She'll make a big pan of macaroni and cheese. I don't eat it no more, because I found out the cheese was doing something adverse to my health. I didn't realize that for so long. I was having problems. Kind of find out it was the cheese. I didn't know it. She would make a big thing of cheese, macaroni and cheese, and we'll take a turkey and after Thanksgiving and cook the whole turkey and slice them up and bag the meat. Times tough, we throwing it out, eating it. And we ate all that food too. Did not one of it go to waste. Yep. So I praise the Lord for that. You hear me? Absolutely, man. I pray for you, brother. You know? You know what I pray for the most? I pray for your belief, your faith, and your belief. You know? They say faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence to the things unseen, evidence to the things unseen. That's the key. That's the key. The stuff is already there. The money is already there. It's the property you want to live in is already there. Everything is already there. The car you want to drive is already around, or they will soon be making it. You hear me? The only thing that separates us from that is the faith. Faith makes me get up and work when nobody is watching. Faith makes me go and do when I feel unappreciated. Faith allows me to educate myself in faith of one day it'll pay off. Faith allows me to write a book and hope in faith somebody will buy it. Everything you witnessed in this life has come from a form of faith. Even if the person was doing it, didn't even realize that they was doing it. They didn't even realize you cannot. They say it's impossible to please God without faith. You can't do it. Faith makes me keep going. Now, part of it is also, listen, we believe, no, we know, we don't just believe. We first acknowledge God, not just in our words, in our actions, in our deeds. We acknowledge Him every day. I do. I don't know about you. I do. Not just when I'm broke, not just when it's good, because you got people who situational. I'm not one of those. Every day I thank the Lord. If you don't know what to pray, pray the Lord's prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses if we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. If I don't know what to say, I just say that. You know what I'm saying? I may not know what to pray. I know sometimes we just be asking for stuff. So I just give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those trust. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, or whatever version you know. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So yeah. So that's number one. We acknowledge Him in all we do. That's number one, right? Number two, when we say faith without works is dead, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. It's impossible to please God without faith. That means, guys, there's going to be some type of work that you're going to have to do. And it may be some stuff that you've been doing for a while and you ain't getting no kind of recognition or acknowledgement from it. You hear me? For real. This ain't magic. It ain't. It's faith. So don't quit. Don't stop, especially if you've petitioned God about it. Just remember that. If you petitioned him about it, and now the only thing you believe you're waiting on is for him to move, and then all of a sudden you quit, that means you must wasn't for real. You didn't believe. How long am I supposed to go? Do you still believe? I don't know how long you're supposed to go. I don't know how long you're supposed to continue to try. I'm asking you based on your belief system, your faith, not mine. For real. I've been posting videos since, boy. Yeah, I don't know how many y'all been watching my video. I've been posting videos forever. Now I post videos and people watch them. I've been posting forever. Nobody watched them videos. You hear me? Nobody. Go to my YouTube. Hold on. Did I show y'all my main YouTube the other day? I don't even know if y'all been on here. Let me show y'all. I like to do this. I like to show y'all this stuff so y'all can hear what I'm saying and not. This ain't just no talk, right? I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. I'm gonna show you that when they say faith without works is dead. Let me show y'all. Let me share my screen so y'all can see. I want y'all to see this so you'll understand what I'm saying. All right? So you'll understand what I mean by this. Look, I got this YouTube channel right here. I've been posting on this page right here for so long. This page right here only has 2,600 followers on it, right? 2,600. Let me show y'all. Let me see how many videos I have on here. Let me see what kind of videos I have. I think I have, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I mean, when I say I have a lot of videos, but I want to show y'all one thing. Let me go all the way to the beginning. It's like 500 videos on here. How many videos they said it was on here? Let me see. Did they tell us? 703 videos. I have 703 videos on this page. This is my first YouTube page, not the Hood to Homestead page. But look, 700 videos, right? Let me show y'all. You follow me, King Joseph? Good deal, brother. Let me show y'all videos. These are all the videos I've been posting, right? I've been posting these videos forever. I mean, the farm videos just was the ones that started. I think the first ones when the convicted felon with the convicted felon getting a job, video, because that's what this page was dedicated to. I did this page talking about convicted felons can get back their lives back on track and everything. So that's what I started talking about. Well, I began talking about it, but let me show y'all, man. I got, look, 7 views, 9 views, look, 4 views, let's see, 8 views, 11, like 4 views right here. Let's keep going. Like 8. Look at all this stuff, man. I was putting thumbnails on them back in the day. 6 views. I tried to do a Canva course. I wanted people to I was trying to do that, right? I used to edit videos right here. Let's look at this video. Hold on. I used to edit Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. I'm gonna share this tab right here. I'm sorry, y'all. This video I did when I lost my job. I had just lost my job. I think it is 15 views on this. It's 15 views on this video, right? But I haven't. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together. Hold on. Let's go. Here we go. What's going on, family? How you guys doing? It's Larry. Listen. This is day 4 of unemployment. Day 3 of unemployment. Yeah, well, day 4. Listen, when you've been used to having a safe and secure job and a set income, the uncertainty of not having that any longer can cause you to panic, right? And in your panic, it's easy to do dumb stuff. So one of my encouragements for you, if you're facing unemployment, if you're going through it, do not panic. This is your reality now. Don't start doing dumb stuff just to try to make money. I understand you're gonna have to get busy, you know, being that the money is not gonna come the way it used to come, you're gonna have to figure out a new way. But don't get in a panic and start throwing your money away, trying to invest in these little schemes that everybody seems to have to make money. Okay? So don't panic. This is a serious point, because if you look on YouTube, you look on Facebook, you look on IG, everybody have a get rich quick scheme, and they're just gonna get you of your money. You are the scheme. They want to get you. So don't panic, family. If you're going through this right now or you're facing it, don't take your money and say, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and invest in that business." No, no, take your time. This is a reality. This is it's not gonna. The only thing you can do is make it worse by doing the wrong moves. So being that you don't have that safety net of a job anymore, you don't have anybody to cushion you when you fall, you gotta make your move strategically. All right. So this is Larry, man. Listen, don't panic. This is a great time for you to learn, and I know you got to get busy and to go. You got to go. All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Peace. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. I've been doing this a long time. Like, I think that video was 2019. It was 6 years ago. So that had to be what, 2020? Yeah. So just to be clear, like, to make sure we clear about this, I'm not telling you about this stuff and I have never did this stuff. No, I'm telling you that I've been doing this stuff for a long time. So a lot of y'all just now seeing me when I'm doing the farm stuff, but I feel like one day these videos right here gonna take off. You know, I do. I feel like one day somebody gonna want to watch all them videos. I got videos on there. Look at that, got 3 views. See them videos? 3 views, 2 views, and one of them probably me. You know, I mean, just yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm look. This was when I was selling shoes. I was selling shoes in the city. I had started figuring out that I could sell shoes. So I went and got a storage unit and I started selling shoes. Man, I have been doing so much stuff. I learned how to do this stuff, these videos. I learned how to edit videos. I learned how to make like little Christmas videos. I used to make videos for people out of my basement of my house. I used to do all that, man. And I'm just telling you that listen, you gotta get busy. You do, man. You have to get busy, man. I I'm just looking through my own stuff right now, just trying to see when I lost my job. Cause I lost my job. So that's day 3, self-work. I was fired today. I was fired. That's only 25 views on that video. So listen, man, faith without works is dead. All right. It's dead. If you don't want to do the work, it's over. You get it? You might as well don't. You gotta try something new. Somebody told me, I'm going down. I just want to see how many my first video, right? I got so many videos, y'all. Oh man, let me go. I'm just trying to see my first video. I used to do this every day. Every day. I've been doing this for so long. Um, I'm trying to see every day. Come on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Before we go, look at me and Reese. Check this out. This was back in the day right here. Hold on. Listen, today we want to talk about you being the star of your life. You owning the narrative of your life. You are in control. Hey, look at me and Reese. You have the capabilities. So that's what we want to talk about. And the reason why it's so important is because if you remember, I don't know if you've seen the podcast, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. When I asked you, no, when I said that your current position in life is not a representation of your potential, yeah, but it's a representation of your awareness. Wow. So our goal today is to make you aware. So listen. Hey man, but anyway, I have my wife with me today. Hey, we've been at this for a long time, y'all. Like I just have to make sure we clear about that. This ain't happened overnight. Y'all hear me? We've been doing this for a while. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You enjoy learning? I enjoyed learning how good it's the weekend. You follow me? Hold on, let me go down, y'all. Let me get on. 2020 was tough. Yeah, 2020 was. Look, yeah, she looked scared. Hey, listen. No, My wife, um, um, up in here, what's happening? But my wife didn't want to do videos. No, hold on. My wife didn't want to do no video. Y'all better be clear. I used to be on her about doing videos. I did. My wife, she'll tell you. She'll tell you. I'm hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. I think I got videos on here where I used to be like, nah, hold on. I think she got, let me see something. Yeah, I think she got a YouTube page. Let me see if she nah, I got some on mine. Hold on one second. I got some on mine. Cause I remember it was some stuff she didn't want to do. But nah, she didn't want to, my wife didn't want to do no video. I used to be on her. I used to be like bugging her about doing it. Yeah, I used to be bugging her. But this was right when that change happened. When I was trying my best to, I was changing. Look, this video right here. This video right here don't have any views on it. Is it? It must not be public. This video, a lot of these videos don't have views. You know what it is? I didn't make these videos public. They can't be public. Look at her. This is my wife right here back in the day. Watch her.
Hey, this is Teresa. When you decide that you want to invest in personal growth and you decide to take this journey, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to look around, look at your circle.
Yeah.
Take a good look at your circle and evaluate your circle. Why is this important, Teresa? This is very important because you don't want to be at the top of the totem pole in your circle, because you can only grow to where you're at. You want to don't just throw away your friends and throw away your peers, but you want to make.
Yeah, she do her thing now. But I'm telling you, you better hear me. She didn't always like, we got, like I said, man, we have videos. I have so many. I got 700 videos on her. I want to put 1,000 up. I want to put 1,000 up. And I haven't even been posting, I haven't even been posting on this page. Like this page right here, I think I post every now and then, but I think I'm gonna get back to post. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post this video. I'm gonna take all these videos that I'm making, because I'm recording them and I'm streaming them at the same time. I'm gonna start posting these videos. But nah, man, I've been doing this a while, like a long time. Yeah. And that's what I tell people, and everybody who talk to me, because there's so many people talk to me because they want to do videos, they want to do content or whatever, right? And I always say this, right? I say, well, are you going to do one video or are you going to do a bunch of videos? If you do a bunch of videos, by the time you catch on, they're going to have something to watch. You feel me? They're going to have something to watch. Hold on, let's see something. I got it. This was my warehouse back in Atlanta. All right. So when I first started out here, I had this warehouse vision. Okay, I'm going to get some shelving. And I got some stuff that I'm getting ready to put on them shelves. That's why I bought all those bins. Because that's my plan. And it's going to happen. But I finally got the warehouse where I want it. And next time I show it to you, I'm going to have stuff on these shelves. The shelves should be full of stuff. And if the shelves full, that means I can make some money. There you go. Let me tell y'all something. Listen. A lot of people are talking about pulling back because of the uncertain times we're in. That was doing COVID. But let me be honest with you. I believe in the opposite. I feel we should be going further, deeper, going more, trying to claim more marketplace, trying to claim more ground. I don't believe pulling back is the answer. I don't believe stopping is the answer. I believe going. That was my orange truck in the back though. Look at my orange truck. You may have to reset. You may have to, realign yourself, pivot, whatever you may have to do. But I'm telling you, I don't believe pulling back is what you should be doing. Yeah. I feel you should be digging in, going harder, and I mean super harder, trying new. Yeah. But yeah, that was I go down memory lane on these videos. But yeah, if you ain't on my Larry B. Jr. YouTube page, so when I started talking to convicted felon stuff, people started watching. I went to prison because of a friend. I was just recording these videos in my guest room at the apartment, and then downstairs in my house, and then I just started recording on my back porch. That's what we really started recording at. And the crazy part is, I'm gonna tell y'all how crazy it is. All that stuff, man, I still got all this stuff. All them cameras. I use the Sony camera I use to take pictures. I'm staring at my 80D camera. I ain't getting rid of none of that stuff. We only getting better. We only getting more and more. So I'm using stuff that I done had for a long time. Somebody said, "Amen." Somebody, you and Teresa have enough material and a life experience in the city and the farm to reach 2,500. You right. So if you look at this page, let me show you. So this is our this is my page, right? Now I got another, this the page that we have together right here. That's 15K. We got 15K on here. Hold on, let me view our channel. So we have 15K. I'm streaming on there right now. I'm live on there right now. But this is the page where you're gonna see all the farm stuff at. You're gonna see all the farm stuff on this page right here. I think we have how many on here? We got 1.2 on here. We got 1.2 thousand videos on here. But we're doing a lot of shorts on here and videos. I matter of fact, I gotta edit a video today to put up here. Yeah, she been doing a lot, but I've been putting these like the chicken process video, a lot of the videos. I've been putting a lot of videos up. She been putting a lot of videos up for real. I put more long form videos up, and we getting views on them. But like I said, let me see, Teresa Y. I think I need ahead here, Teresa Yolanda Brown. Here she go. Yeah, she Teresa Y. Yo, she got 732 videos on her YouTube page. Look at her. Yeah. We oh, she's still posting on there. I ain't know she was still posting on there or not. She's still posting on there. Good. Let me see how many what her video section look like. I don't even know what's going on with this page. But what I'm saying is we doggone been posting like crazy. Yeah. So I be got a line in water. When I say faith without works is dead. This is my chosen method. It ain't everybody's chosen method. It ain't this a lot of work. You understand what I'm saying? Doing this is a lot of work. That's a lot. So when people talk to me about, oh man, yeah, I wanna I'm gonna do my content, I'm gonna do this and do that. I'm looking like, okay, like cause this is what I do. You see what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this a long time. I'm actually streaming on the other page right now. You know, I am. So get busy, y'all. Y'all hear me? You gotta get busy. That's it. And watch for the Ravens. Watch for the Ravens. Get busy and watch for the Ravens. That's it, man. Pay attention to what God got coming. I got 32K. That's a big video. That's 32K. I had got a government clearance on that was 4 years ago. Government clearance on yeah, that was 4 years ago. Wow. That's a trip. Yep. But anyway, I just wanted to share that part with you. And I'm gonna always continue to encourage y'all to do y'all thing. All y'all, every last one of y'all. I'm gonna encourage you to do your thing, whatever that is, right? So, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to do my thing, whatever it is. And I ain't gonna say you're gonna always blow up, but what I am gonna say is if you keep going, just one day, all that work you put in actually be acknowledged. All right. Oh man. Let me see. Hold on. Shantae said, I just started mine. I have 100 subscribers. It's not easy building on YouTube. What's your give me your YouTube channel. I'm gonna follow you. Give me your YouTube channel. You just gotta do it. You hear what I'm saying? You just gotta do it. You gotta keep doing it. That's it. You just have to keep doing it. I have 400 on my Facebook page, 57 on one Facebook page. I got two Facebook page. On my other Facebook page, I have like 100 and some. It's finally broke 100K. My Instagram, I think I'm at 62, 63. I'm at 40 something on TikTok. On this page right here, excuse me, this page right here, I only got 2.6K. Excuse me. 2.6. She said her name is Crazy. I'm gonna follow you. Chaos. Hold on. Chaos 6. This you right here. Crazy and Chaos 6. Okay, yeah, that's you. Look at Shanti. Where's Shanti? Let's see what Shanti's stuff about. God first. Shanti, she said her stuff is she God first. Welcome to the life of Tay and her 6 kids. Sit back and enjoy. Tay got 6 kids, y'all. What going on? Hold on. Let's see what's up with Tay. How many videos you got up here? Why you got me on this page? I'm gonna subscribe though. How many videos you got up here? She got 127 videos. That's dope. You got 101. But look though, you doing good. Keep posting. Just keep posting. She said I'm at 40K on TikTok, 6K on Instagram, 23K on Facebook. You there. Just keep going. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep posting and don't stop. You gonna make it. I'm looking at your videos now. Yeah. Keep going. Don't stop. How many shorts you got? You got a bunch of shorts, don't you? Them shorts ain't gonna make you no whole bunch of money though. You better do long form. You want to make some money, you better do them long form ones. Just turn the camera sideways. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm following you now. So you should pop up. You should pop up in my feed when I'm on TikTok. I mean on YouTube. So you got 1-on-1. Thank you. Thank you. Now you good. You good. Now I don't want to support anybody trying to do something. Yeah, if you're trying to do something, especially in this right here, if this is what you're doing, if this is what you're doing, you get what I'm saying? If you trying to do this type of stuff, I support all day long. You know, I support all day long. I ain't for real. Like so many people reach out to me. I'm Mr. Supportive. I tell you, just keep what you looking at. This your page. What you're looking at is you just need to keep doing it. Just it. Just keep doing it. That's it. Just keep doing it. Just don't stop doing it. Yeah, just keep doing it. But yeah, I get off them doggone. I would post more long form if you're trying to make money. Like this, post more long form videos. The shorts are cool, but you just got to get so many views to, hey Lois, how you doing? You have to get so many views on shorts to make money. So if you're trying to make money on YouTube or you're trying to make money, it's different. Each algorithm is different. Okay. You have to know how to work it. So YouTube is really good for shorts, but you ain't gonna make no money. You'll be okay. Facebook is good for the reels. You know how TikTok go. That is what it is. But YouTube, did what you need right here. You need to do more of these right here. These long forms. All right. That's what you need to do. Yeah, but it don't. So you saying, hey Lisa, hey, you saying your long forms don't get enough views right now. You get what I'm saying? They don't get enough views right now. But the worst thing you could ever do is forsake something that's going to potentially be more profitable for today just to gain some small, some type of little, nah. You need to post long form videos. I ain't gonna say that's your only content you need to post. But if you're trying to eventually make you some money on YouTube, you need to have you some long form videos. That's why you see all them long form videos that I have. One day, so let's say all of a sudden I just get massively popular. Like we talking about 30 million followers popular. Man, do you know these people gonna go back and look at all those videos? And now the video that didn't make me a dime or make me some money. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta post more long form videos. That's my opinion. If that's what you're trying to do. You said, I have a question. I'm renting North Carolina and I have chickens and ducks, no HOA. I want goats too, but we have to be 100 feet away from neighbors, which I'm not. Do you think I would run into a problem? Well, I would follow the rules. Somebody just got in touch with me the other day, and a goat I sold him, he gonna give them back to me. Good goat, but he got to get out of goats. He didn't really explain to me what was going on, and I didn't ask, but that's a big deal. Like, if they say you can't do it, I really wouldn't be bringing my animals because you're gonna have to haul them animals off, you know. And another thing about goats is that goats get into stuff, you know. They get into stuff. So you may want to think about sheep. I tell everybody, get you some hair sheep, like some katana. Get you some katana sheep or something, you know. Billy, what's going on? Billy, how you doing? Love watching my farm content. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, Lisa asked me, do Facebook pay me? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm on this more like a job, you know. Yeah, wake up and be awesome. She said, Shanti, he said, your comments are off. New subscriber. Cut your comments on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cut your comments on. He say your comments, wake up and be awesome just followed you. He just followed you. He said your comments are off. So I don't know which video he was on. Don't worry about it. Listen, if you trying to do this, and one thing, yeah, she said she didn't know that. Okay, so now you know. So I'm glad we was able to do this. Creature said, I subscribe to all your profiles I could find from my business page. Let me see, what business page? Let me see, Snow. You talking about on YouTube? On YouTube? Let me see if she on here. She said, let me see what she talking about. I'm about to put your page. Let me see what you're talking about now. Snob Creation. This your time to shine. See what I'm saying? You just happen to catch the doggone. You just happen to catch the moment just right. Let me see. Is this you? You got two on here. We got Snob Creations, and then you got Snob Creation 7017. That's you? Which one is you? Let me see. Hold on, let me see. So that's you. Which one? This you the regular snob? You got two up there. You got Snob Creation. So this you right here, the top one. Let's see what she talking about. It may be some good stuff, y'all. Lisa, you proud of me? Thank you. I appreciate it. What you on? Let's see. Nah. Where your highest rated video? Let's watch our highest rated video, y'all. DIY how to make a tuxedo apple. I'm gonna see this video, and I guess we're gonna find out what is a tux. How you? Where I'm at, y'all? Hold on. Why is this thing not? When I click on it, am I doing something wrong? Now let me click on the link. Let's go to. Hold on. Look. She said, oh my God, those are old. I am embarrassed. But it's your stuff. Now it was your time to shine. Like you on the platform, put you up. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important. Stay on your stuff. If you stay on your stuff, then when something like this happens, you already be ready. You hear what I'm saying? Stay on your stuff. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll down. You got some new ones on there? Let me see. People are saying they in the comments saying they like your stuff though. Hold on. Let me see. Girl, your videos are 7 years old. Man, you're going on. Post some new stuff. When you gonna post some new stuff? Matter of fact, I'm about to subscribe, right? I'm gonna unsubscribe if you don't post no new stuff. I'm subscribing. You only have 39 videos. I'm subscribing. So I hope this is your. And then the crazy part is you got 9K videos. Like you got a 9K video long form. You got a 9K. That's 7 years ago. You got videos with good views on them. You need to post more. You need to post more content. You got to get and start posting more content. So if you don't already do it, let this be your wake-up call to do it. For real. Lois, let me see. Lois said, I was just telling my daughter-in-law I watch channels I'm subscribed to. Like I used to watch TV. Absolutely. YouTube better because you create your own TV star. Absolutely. Listen, I want y'all to understand something. This is the God and His truth. My grandma taught me this. My grandmama taught me this. Lord said, you don't know who be interested in watching you as they cleaning up. Yeah, you got videos. You had look, if just imagine you just did a video yesterday, I'd have put it out there. You blew up, right? So my grandmama taught me this. My grandmama sit in the house when she at home, and she just have a TV on, and she just be watching YouTube all day. My grandmama do not watch TV. She watch YouTube. So many people watch YouTube, guys. They watch YouTube. So YouTube is a content management platform like Facebook. It's a content management platform. It's not a social media thing. It's a content management place where people are uploading. We are the television stars now. Back in our time, we had the TV shows that came on every day or whatever. But now we are the TV shows, the people who are willing to create and put stuff out there. And we do it consistently that people know, like, what's your name again? Snob Creation. I'm gonna subscribe because I want to see the new content. But your last video was 7 years ago. 7. So you know how many people probably done came to your page and saw stuff that they like and they done checked back and they've never even, been back. So that's the thing, man. Create your stuff. You don't know how this stuff gonna take off. I'm looking. Let me look. I'm about to look. And if you got a YouTube video you want me to look at, so Chantel says she put her YouTube comments on. So if you went to Chantel page and her YouTube comments are on now. Yeah. But yeah. And then why you got 2 YouTube pages with the same name? Is that a thing or something I need to know about? If you got one with only one video up, I delete that video. I delete that page. I delete that page. Yeah, I'll get rid of that page. But all right, guys. Yeah, nah, we doing our thing. As always. I love y'all. So I want to support just like y'all support me. I can only do but so much now, and but if you got positive stuff and it's positive and I try my best to support it if I can, you know what I mean? But nah, man, you guys are awesome. But I'm subscribed. I just subscribed to 2 people. Larry, I want to start a page for first beginner cooker for younger people. Okay. Just do it. Just do it, Lisa. Lisa, take this out and turn it sideways. Turn it like this. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna show y'all something. Cause I fool with y'all, and I really and truly, genuinely, like want you guys to actually win. So it's not me just saying that. Okay. Let me show you a setup that I have that helps me. All right. This what helps me. All right. I'm putting it together right quick, and then I'm gonna show y'all that do. It's okay. Is it okay to buy land where I have to install my own septic tank and a well? You better do a perk test. Better do a perk test. You know what I mean? I would do a perk test on it to find out if a well can be. I mean, if a septic tank can be installed on it, right? And also with so do a perk test to find out if a septic can be installed, and then I would talk to the neighbors to find out how deep their well is. I got you. I got you, Lois. Sit tight. I'm finna share it to you. Sit tight. I got you. Yeah, just sit tight. I'm finna show y'all what I use. Okay. Now there are apps. There's a guy who got an app. He's a black guy. He got an app called Dual Shot. Dual Shot will shoot in portrait and in landscape at the same time. So these are some GoPros that I use. See what I'm saying? I put it in landscape and I put it in portrait. This right here are for your reels and your shorts, your TikTok videos, your Instagram videos. This right here is for your YouTube long form videos. All right. So you can record same content at one time across while you recording at one time, and then you could take it and chop it up. Or if you don't have the budget for that, which is respected, you take your phone and record 1 minute like that, get you up to 3 minutes worth of footage like that, and then you can record the whole video like that. You could post the whole YouTube video when you record like that, because it fills the screen. You could take it and just let it fill the screen. That seems to be some people preferred method of watching long form videos. So that's what I do. You know, I've been recording videos a long time, so I have so much equipment that I've been using a long time, and I know how to make it happen with what I do. But if you want to record videos like Lisa, if you want to do it, just do it. Forget perfectionism. Let me show you something, Lisa. I'm gonna give you this. I hope, Lisa, if you still there, let me know if you still there, because I want to show you something. Let me see something. Let me see if let me show y'all what we used to do. It's cooking with let me get on my page. I gotta search my page. I'm gonna just show you what. Okay, so listen, Lisa, watch this. Let me take y'all and search on my page, right? Let me show you. These are the videos that I used to do, Lisa. 1 second. Let me put them up. Y'all. Hold on. I'm just showing you that I've been doing all this stuff for so long that I even tried to cook a meal. So I've been working out, and every day I try to eat like healthy. I try to eat a lot of clean food. So every day I work out. So every I got this one. So look, we got these over here. I got these over here, right? I didn't want to do. I'm gonna make me some water right now that I can wash with. So what I'm trying to show to you is I got some cooking videos. Like I got a cooking video with Larry, part 1, part 2, like right here. All right, y'all. So I just got back from the gym. My wife on her way home. She had to work. You see? So I've been doing this. So what I'm trying to tell you is just do it. Like just do it. Just start it. Don't map it. Do it. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing this. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. Okay. A long time. I've been doing it enough to become okay at it. I'm not just like super good at it, but I'm okay at it. But you should definitely just start. All right. Let me see what Lois say. Lois said, okay, thanks. I was wondering why some of my videos look different, and even some was turning to short. So listen, if the video is under 3 minutes, YouTube is going to turn it into a short. It has to be 3 minutes and above to make it be a video. So just talk, get some, get your camera and talk. The biggest thing is learning how to edit the videos. Learn how to edit them, because if you learn how to edit them. I use CapCut to edit. That's what I use to edit. I like CapCut, but there's other things you can use, but I use CapCut. That's what I like to edit with. Okay. But that's the biggest thing. Learn how to edit, man. Just play around with them. Put CapCut on your phone, record, edit the videos, tell the story. You got to know what story you're trying to tell. And if you're trying to fill the screen, Lois, turn the phone sideways. If you want it to be a reel, turn it up like this. But it needs to be 3 minutes or less like this. It needs to be 3 minutes and longer like this on YouTube. Okay. Hope it helped you. Rhonda said, hey, here is something I found that might help you with your pigs, goats, and cows on the trailer easier. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, yes, ma'am. CapCut, Lois. It's CapCut. Look in the App Store, Google Play Store, and just type CapCut. That's what I use. Okay. And it should look like, let me show you. And they got a desktop version of it too. Okay. It should look like that. Hold on. Y'all can't see it. but it's a funny little zigzag app like this. Yeah, but it's an editing tool. It's an editing tool, and you want to put your videos in there, and that's how you chop up your videos and you edit your videos, Lord. Use CapCut. That's the one I found to be the best. Reason why, because they have the transitions in them where you transition to videos. But just just edit them. Just teach yourself how to edit. You smart. Teach yourself how to edit. You'll do it. Just teach yourself. Melina said, "What do you feed your peppers?" I just be honest. I fertilized my whole garden at one time, man. I do it 20. Like, I know a lot of y'all don't use that kind of stuff. I respect that, but I just fertilize my whole garden. Like, that's what I do. I need to get. It's about time to get to it. I used to use all different kinds of stuff. I done tried all different kinds of stuff. I have. My grandma in the game. I got this fish stuff. I spray on it. You know, I done tried. The only thing seem that I like synthetic stuff, but I know a lot of people don't use that. Shantae said, I use CapCut and TikTok edits. Yeah, TikTok edits dope. Have you tried Instagram edits? They dope. Instagram edits. I like Instagram edits, but TikTok edits good too. TikTok make you famous. Are you monetized on TikTok? Yeah, if you monetize. So you want to do this until you get monetized. Let Mom Teresa do the cooking videos. She look and cook better. Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, Lois, yeah, just do that. Yeah, just do that and just teach yourself how to do it. All right. Just teach yourself how to do it. You'll be okay. Just keep playing with it. I think CapCut got like a free version. And just remember when I record videos, unless it's like a video I'm just gonna put information out, or we call talking head videos, that's me just talking into the camera, telling something, that's one thing. But if I'm gonna record a video and it's gonna be I already know the story, so I developed the story in my head that I want to tell, and you record the shots. Clean your lens. Make sure you pull your phone out, and every time you get ready to pull your phone out, clean your lens. Clean your lens. Always. Don't nothing kill a video as bad as foggy. Yeah, clean your lens. Yeah, Instagram edits is dope. I like the edits. You can put music directly in it on edits. I like edits. I do. I like edits directly. I really do. I like edits. Edits a good tool, especially for reels. For reels, not for long form. Now, if you want a wide video, long form, don't use edit. But I like it, man. But yeah, just try those tools out. I use that and just get busy. Just start recording. Just start recording, chopping them up, edit them, putting them out. You know, don't let them be the fail but a try. You know, just put them out. You get what I'm saying? Just whatever it is. If it's just a 30-second short you want to put your 30-second short out. If you want to put you whatever, but you got to keep it coming. You got to keep it coming. Like, you got to keep it coming. Like, people will fall in love with you and they'll stay consistent on your page. Like, if y'all look at over here, if you look over here, all these videos, these are videos that I have recorded when I was cooking back in my house. Me and Shannon, that's my grandkid's mother. Just back in the house, just cooking and just trying. You get what I'm saying? Just trying different stuff. Like, even right now, I'm streaming, because streaming is the big thing. People want to engage with you, like talk with you. They want to find out what's up with you, right? So it's just always got to be transcending. It's got to be you doing something and just doing it. So if you want to do videos, just do them. Just do them. Don't sit back and worry about what people gonna have to say. Don't worry about if the people gonna like them. Just put them out, and you're gonna get people that hate. You're gonna get people that, that's gonna that come with the territory. So you definitely can't be worrying about that. You get what I'm saying? Because if you worrying about that, you in trouble. You're gonna have people that support, and you're gonna have people that hate. You're gonna have people that act like they supporting, but they really hating. They he want to say it in a laughing way, he ha ha, just some hater stuff, but don't worry about it. You just look past that and keep going. Remember, where you're trying to go is greater than where you at and where you been. So you're trying to get to a place that's greater. So that means you're gonna have to go. And you can't worry about what God told Lot and his wife. Don't look back. Get what I'm saying? Don't look back. But anyway, I've been rolling, man. I've been on here 2.5 hours, man. I've been doing my thing for real. I wonder if it's gonna help my algorithm out, right? Just been recorded. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours using my Canon. I got a Canon 80D older camera that I've been had a long time that I'm streaming in. I was about to sell it, but then I realized the light came on. Like, why would you sell it? Use it. So I'm standing here looking at it. But anyway, let's roll. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute. I appreciate all y'all for liking, loving, commenting, locked in with me. Thank y'all so much. And we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute, man. It's Larry. Peace.